Okay, so one thing you've noticed while fighting the cult is that they seem to have most of them, most of the normal ranks, maybe all of them, who knows, but they seem to have a greater sense of empowerment um, when they fight together
Hmm.
in groups. They're resistant to a lot of charisma, I guess, influences as well.
Yeah,
Probably because they're so fanatical,
intimidation.
but definitely something that you know, Frisch, since you've fought them so many times, and also because you're a battle master, is that they are way, way stronger in groups. Okay?
Okay,
Alright, so that's your little thingy.
I'm
Goodbye.
feeling it's.
Oh. Actually, you know what? I have to talk to Julianne and you. Okay.
Oh, both of us now. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just one thing for both of you, and then
Oh.
one thing just for her. Um, and you can share these things whenever you want, by the way. I'm just letting
Sure.
your characters know. Uh, you both know that it is rare, so far, for occultists to be anywhere good with range proficiency. Like, they like to get in there. Okay?
Mm,
Okay, and I'm going to
okay.
drop Brett. Okay. You already know this, but Nelly, just make sure you know um, that with cultists, they're very fanatical. Yeah, it's probably better just to, like, especially since last campaign, don't be afraid to tell the group, hey, like, let's hold back a little bit here. We can poke them from range, for instance, or set up things for our advantage, like
Mm-hmm.
cause cave-ins or whatever you need to do to survive. Don't be afraid to be really nasty in this campaign. I should have told you that last campaign. I didn't realize. I'm not saying that worse things are going to happen, by the way. I'm just saying, like, it's very clear that this whole Tyranny of Dragons thing is capable of handling what you throw at it. So, like, it is
Gotcha. So
encouraged.
don't be afraid to like cheese things.
Right, it is very encouraged, yeah, to do that. So, I mean, you could literally have been like, well, there's this dragon hatchery here. I'm just gonna, I don't know, throw fire into this room. You know, whatever. Start a fire to make it so that they can't. I guess that's not a good place to do it, but whatever. You know, like the hunting lodge.
Yeah,
That's a great place. Um, well, maybe not because it's so much snow, but you get the idea. Like, be dirty.
I do.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, cool. I know that like sometimes players restrain themselves because they want to keep it cool, but like, don't be afraid to do that. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. And survival is important, obviously. So, Rin, Rin, are you there? Uh oh. Can you hear me?
Going up. Oh yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. I was having issues.
So many brung 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 brung.
Weird. Okay. Um, so I had a question.
Yes.
I'm giving you an option. You do not need to take it, but
Okay.
if you want to, you can. Would you like to be part of the Order of the Gauntlet, or at least an affiliate, or not? You do not need to. It was just I feel like you didn't get the same choice as everybody else did. With they all got to decide like if they want to join either that or the Harpers. Um,
Yeah.
but as a paladin, you should have that option. I feel like it was just a second thought I had. You definitely don't need to, but I want to give you the option. So.
What I can't remember. What are the things that come with being in the order?
Oh, basically, do you remember the little dwarf dude? Like, you all partied at his like place for a while you were trying to get back on the
Yes.
road. Yeah, he'll like definitely give you resources and stuff and whatever else. Like,
Okay.
it's like a whole order and stuff, and you have his blessing and whatever. There's tenants, obviously. You've got to be, basically all the other stuff that a paladin normally is, unless they're like a dark
Yeah.
paladin. But righteous and whatever else, or at least try to be, right? And then
Yeah.
valor is obviously important, and honor and everything, and just violence. No, I mean not. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
word? Castigation. No. So, Anyway, would you want to be an
Yeah.
affiliate or part of it, or no?
I'm trying to think if like Lorelai would want to be a part of it or not.
Okay.
I feel like if it was a way for her to get information and like help on her hunt, she would probably like do whatever it takes. So she probably would.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But, like she would probably just be like, oh, whatevs. You know,
Like more like an affiliate,
not-
or maybe a part of
yeah,
it. Like,
probably more like an affiliate. She wouldn't like really hold being in an order in much as like wouldn't hold it in very much esteem. She'd just be like, they're just here to help me, kind of, you know.
okay. Yeah. So she doesn't need to like
Yeah.
go to their temples or anything, but like, I don't think they have temples. It's like Templars, I guess. Like, or you know, they're like an order, right? But they're not like
Yeah.
they're Christians or whatever technically. So they don't like go like worship or anything other than churches, right? It's just
Okay. Yeah.
like an order thing. So you could technically be a part of the order, even though like you are different.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. If you change your mind, let me know when we introduce your character or whatever. Just I'll pull
Okay.
you aside. Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Cool. Bye. Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, you heard all of them. Wow, that's funny. So usually it takes a while, but just the biggest thing for you to remember about Preston is that you were resurrected by giants, and they were hoping, or she was hoping, that you'd, remember the good that they can do. I don't know if that's going to be a big thing that shapes his future. I just wanted to remind you, because we only touched on like once briefly, but like it was very impactful in his life. And
Gave him a whole new accent.
be aware that, giants may not always be held in high esteem. So, anyways.
Well, especially among the gnome community, that's like a thing, is that gnomes and dwarves hate giants, and so it's like an even bigger deal for Preston being a gnome for a giant to save him.
Right, exactly. I'm glad you caught on to that. So, yes, and that was on purpose. So, both of you are sacrificing, and I'm glad you recognized that. Okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Okay,
Nice.
I've talked to you each. Yay. Now,
Yay.
Woohoo.
right,
Yeah. Ooh.
right. Now, just, I wanted to, no, I'm not care of that. There we go. The campaign, you do not need to get into Talespire yet.
Oh shoot! I just got into it.
Okay, no, you know what? We can start in Talespire. That's fine. We'll go in Talespire right now. Let me go ahead and change something.
Order of the Dragon Queen Unmaker, right? Just kidding.
Yes, that's the one.
Uh-huh.
You found it. Okay, you're all here. Does anybody want to cover what happened
here.
last time?
No. Too
I think
sad.
Jenna should cover it.
Yeah, Jenna should cover it.
Jenna, you've
Let me
been
finish
selected.
eating my apple just a second.
Apple that you cut with an
No,
apple corer.
do what I do and just talking at the same time.
Well, I literally like couldn't open my mouth.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, hey, what happened?
You're gonna stop me. Yeah.
Okay, so
Right, Death Note.
yep, I'm Ryuk. Is that his name? Yeah. So
That guy.
see, I think it was Felix and Lady that woke up first, and in the snowy wilderness plains of a mountaintop. That doesn't make any sense. Plains and mountaintop. Anyways, within the ruins of the castle that crashed, and
Wow.
Felix is looking for Preston. No, not Preston. He's looking for Cunelli, and he finds Rin's dead body under some rocks and tries to see if Rin will wake up. And when she doesn't, he covers her back up. And then Lady is looking for Preston and finds a splattered smash of blood of Preston. And it's like, well, that can't be him, but it smells like him. and then they find each other. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly. And then I think they find Nelly and Frisch. Was that how
No,
it?
it was definitely Nelly
No?
first.
Okay, Nelly, and then they found Frisch, and Frisch, his back was messed up, and like his bone spine was like sticking out, and then he couldn't feel his legs. And Nelly tried to heal him, and it didn't work. But
Like, it's fine. It's fine.
yeah, like it'll be okay. And Frisch is kind of freaking out. And then they Nelly builds a little igloo, and they go to sleep and wake up in the morning, and Frisch is magically healed, and Preston turns from mush into a living, breathing little munchkin once again. And then they find each other, and they're like, sweet, like, Preston's alive? Let's go find Rin. And they're looking, and Felix takes them to the pile of rocks, and they uncover Rin. And both Preston and Frisch roll horribly on their medicine check and think that Rin is alive. And are convinced that they feel a pulse. So
She is alive!
Nelly cast a healing spell just to prove that she was dead. And then they find clutched in Rin's hand a wooden sculpture of 4 individuals and like 2 animals, and it says friends. It's carved into it. And then there was a beautiful ceremony held where they buried Rin and all vowed to bring light to the world and be better people. And they also found some stuff in her pouch of like other carvings and stuff. And then I think that's it. Did I miss anything?
The bird.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
The bold bird.
That's not important. The raven from one of the orders came. And
the Harpers.
Order of the Harpers, and delivered a scroll with a teleportation like seal on it, and he drew the ruins on the ground, and then everyone stood on it and teleported. I think
They haven't teleported yet. He's
they haven't
doing his
teleported
thing.
yet.
Yep.
But yeah,
We'll
there
go
we
ahead and pick it up right there. Julianne, give me some water, please. I've got my thing in here. Would you be a dear? Oh, I love her. Okay, so, yeah, you find yourself walking towards a bird standing in the middle of a circle of runes, patiently.
Is anyone else getting a really bad echo?
It was just because
that was because Julianne was in the same room.
Oh.
Yeah, it should be better now.
Yep. So what do you
Gotcha.
do when you see that?
Jeez, Philip.
Sorry.
I guess we have no choice. Like, fly my spear down. Let's get out of this place. Too painful.
Definitely.
I wait for everyone to like step on together. I don't want anyone to be left behind.
That's fair.
I'm like,
Another
do we need to hold hands?
The bird's like looking at you.
We should. Kuneli
Step
reaches
on.
out to hold your hands.
Like, okay.
Okay.
We all link hands, Preston says. We're gonna sing Kumbaya now, are we?
Accent. You forgot to say that.
So is it
the
like Norwegian, or is it
He went from
like
French to
French,
Scottish.
or is he Scottish, or what are we talking about
Much.
this time? Okay, the bird
Right,
reaches
Red?
out its 2 wings and like starts walking back and forth a little bit, trying to bridge the gap. Here, Felix begrudgingly helps. LAD helps. Oh, okay, and Nelly is holding Frisch's hand.
Yeah.
You realize you're gonna have to crowd in a little bit here.
Okay.
You're all... Are you all in the circle now?
Think so,
Yes.
All right. So sure enough, after a while, the bird's just like, and sure enough, you all are teleported away from where you don't know to a place that you know pretty well. You find yourself and this is a good part to leave the current map so that you, I don't know, enter the theater of the mind better. But you are more than welcome to stay if that's your jam. But you find yourself at Waterdeep once again, the City of Splendors. Let me go ahead and post again what that looks like for everybody in Discord.
Like water shallow.
And I don't know if I did this justice last time we were playing. If Baldur's Gate is like maybe about the same size or a little bit smaller, if Baldur's Gate's like basically Longview, right? Longview, Washington. You've all been there at least once. Then, I mean, Waterdeep's like London. It's like not the same size as. It's huge. It isn't quite as big as London, obviously, but like it's got the population jump is about that. And I'll just start dropping some images. But basically, it isn't even close to as many. It's like literally the biggest city in Faerun and probably one of the most important as well. You find yourselves inside of a mage guild, and it's a very common area. You can tell this is Waterdeep by the scent the place has. There's just nice bakeries and stuff everywhere, candy shops. It's just wonderful. Other less desirable smells, but the whole place has quite the atmosphere about it. And you end up being in this area here, and
Roll initiative.
right. There we go. And it's pretty nice. This open sort of mages guild, though, it leads right to the street, though, if you'd like to leave. But right now, I think you're trying to find Leosin so you can, once again, basically continue with your, with your adventures.
Let's heal the all along. Yes,
We're theater of the minding right now.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, just double checking.
See if I can get
And
some-
we know where like that one building is that where we were chilling with him that one time when he gave us those badges and stuff. Like, do we know where we are in relation
Not really.
to
It's a
where we want to go?
humongous city.
Oh, okay.
It's
Do we remember what that place was called that we're trying to get to?
man, he really cheaped out. Freaking Leo's and could have gone a much better
The bird
enchantment. Actually taken us where we should have gone.
actually just flies out the window and just starts flapping around.
Wow.
Oh, Mike. Speak to me,
Even as
bird.
familiar.
No,
as-
it's
Should
gone.
we follow you? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like flapping around like the outside of the window.
It's
Gotcha.
not a very good picture, but whatever.
I'm like, bird, come back. I
cheapo.
have more work to do. So we're like in a building right now?
Oh, here's a better map. Yeah, you're in that mages guild. All of a
that's
sudden,
right, that's
there's a bunch of people that actually whisk and with a whoosh around you, and they like look at you like hi, and some of you like are very close to each other at this point because some of you are still standing in that teleportation circle. So
Nice.
You just say hi, or looking
they
at
kind
us
of like
weirdly?
look at you like weirdly, and then like walk around you and leave the building.
Oh, okay.
This clearly
That's
looks
right.
like some sort of like an airport, basically. There's just all sorts of people coming here and leaving.
That's funny.
Gotcha.
But there's like one circle. Actually, this
And,
place
like-
has two on closer inspection.
I would have
Gotcha.
preferred a private jet equivalent
Yeah, come
of
on.
this type of enchantment.
You know, the nice
Um,
thing is that you are once again in civilization, which is a place that typically likes gold. So, I mean, hey, that's cool because you've got a lot of that.
Oh.
Well, no, we don't.
Oh well.
I
never
like
mind.
lost all of my possessions.
Oh, that's right, you did. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I'm like, no, we don't.
Yeah, we're screwed.
No, some of you definitely do. So,
No,
Yeah,
we
no,
don't.
actually-
Stop saying that out loud.
I'm like
No, we
going to
don't.
look. Look to see what I've got.
Oh, Jen, did you ever text me the list of stuff that you had? Your character? Because I picked up, like, your pouch.
No, I'll do that right now.
Okay. I say, okay, well, let's go get our bearings, and I walk out the front door. Or should I follow the crow out the window? No, I'll go out the front door.
No, yeah, I follow closely behind.
I don't actually know Laosin, and so at this point, when you guys specify that you want to go try and like get our bearings and find this Laosin guy, Preston is going to say, "Well, let us set a meeting point. I have my own errands to run while we're here that I might take care of while you find your Laosin character. I am with you till the end, but there are definitely supplies we need to collect before we move on."
Very well. It might be easier that way. You don't have to explain your presence
still,
to
like,
him.
Passers-by, Brandon, or is it just us now?
No, there's people walking around. I mean, this place is constantly
Finelli
busy.
just
It looks
like
like
nabs the first person that walks close enough and goes, "Hey, tell me the
it's
best
an
tavern
elder
here."
looking gentleman with a decently long beard. Yeah.
Sir, can you tell me the best tavern you would recommend here?
I'd probably go to Bob's. It's a good inn.
Bob's?
Bob's!
Yeah,
Okay.
Bob's Inn.
Let's all meet at Bob's by the end of the day.
There, he just kind of pulls away from you with his sleeve and keeps walking.
Hey, get back here, old man! I'm not done with you. Thank you, I say as he walks away.
He doesn't respond to you. He just keeps moving.
Young
Business
whippersnappers.
direction.
Already way late at this point.
Was he older than me?
Yeah, definitely.
Dang it.
Not by much, but definitely older than you.
Say, okay then. Be safe, Preston. Or else.
Else.
Or else, okay.
You better be there.
It gets a puzzled look and says, "I'll take your threat into consideration."
Yeah, you will. Right, let's be off.
Yeah, you will.
And I like dramatically like swoosh my cape as I turn around.
Okay, Fresh,
Finelli
since
just,
you're
like,
doing that...
rolls
Okay.
her eyes at Preston and then follows after.
Oh, funny. Okay, Fresh, where do you go?
Out the front door
Okay.
first. Of
You're being
course.
dramatic. Okay, so you're standing on the street now. Probably hands
Okay.
on your hips because you're like, crap, what do I do
Yes.
now? But I want to look like I'm intentful with my, actions here. So. Kind of just smelling the air, acting
Yeah.
like you own the place or something.
Lick my finger, test the wind direction, and
Oh,
ask someone walking by. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for, or ma'am, whoever it
It's
is.
a man, yeah.
I'm not.
Old lady.
Okay, I'm like, oh, pardon me, madam. May I trouble you? I give a little not a bow, not a curtsy. But
Oh, you're
a
right to
bow.
trouble me.
What?
Well, that's just fine by me.
Wow,
Oh,
thank you.
boy.
You're too kind. We are looking for Leosin Aranthar. Does that name ring a bell to you?
Never heard of such. Sounds like a fine gentleman he does.
Oh yes, he's wonderful.
Very
love that.
good. Well, good luck finding him, all right, mate?
Okay, thank
She
you.
winks at you and
Happening.
walks off.
Nope, I don't. I do not respond to that in any way. I've learned my lesson.
Give it
Man,
a
you're a popular fellow in the cities.
No. What? I'm old. Okay. Shoot. Nelly, do you have any idea how we can find him?
let's wander. I want to explore the city anyway.
Okay, let's go north, and I just go north. Do. Walking.
Okay, you walk north. It's just a beautiful city. You're on a street right now and walking through kind of a busier trade district probably at this point.
Gotcha.
Definitely like midday.
Mm-hmm.
You get a
I'm
couple of
kinda
people looking at you every once in a
hungry.
while, like, wow, that guy got beat up. You know, you're trying to look heroic, but it's not working very well. Or
Yeah,
maybe you look like a hero, but like
just kind
a
I
of.
mean,
recent
I look like
hero.
a hero. We've got a freaking medium-sized Drake trailing behind us, so
Hmm.
True.
This is one of the few places where they would just kind of be like, yeah, that's kind of normal. There's a kid
Oh,
every
really? Wow.
there's a kid every once in a while that's like, whoa, mom, look, a drake, you know. But other than
Weird
that,
exotic pets.
I mean, you see a
Hmm.
lot of strange things here. Honestly, there's like, you know, all sorts of things. There's a bunch of centaurs that are like pulling a carriage, but it's mostly for show, and they're telling jokes the whole time. There's all sorts of weird birds flying around. There's every corner has a new smell around it. It's kind of making it more fun to explore the city because there's just always some local cuisine brewing that you maybe never heard of before. So especially if you're Nelly and you like have roasted things on a spit your entire life over a fire, but yeah.
yeah. Cornelli, is definitely like, like when you have a kid in public and they're like or like a dog. I'm thinking more of like a dog.
Okay.
How the dogs get super excited and there's like too many stimuli and they like race back and forth between like different things. I'm like zigzagging in front of you, Frisch, like looking at different things. I like look at one thing, I smell one thing, and I'm like, oh, it smells amazing. Then I jump to the other side of the street and I'm like, wow, that looks so cool. And I like sword fight with a random kid on the side of the street. And then you're like, I'm just like
Yeah, you're having a good time.
Yeah,
ADHD on
I
cocaine.
kind of look. I look on amused, walking slowly, but not rushing you at all.
That's actually probably a bad thing. ADHD on cocaine would be like, yeah, this is
You'd
nice.
probably pass out.
Yeah, ADHD unmedicated is maybe better.
Maybe it would be 90 HD.
There we go. Yeah, for sure. That.
That was one of the worst jokes I've ever told.
It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a real dad moment.
But a courtesy chuckle.
And so this is still like all new to us. Like, so we
Oh.
okay. Do I remember like what area, even if it's just like northwest of the city that that building is, or like what the district is called or something?
Northwest. Yeah, so one sec. I think it's on the map that I sent you. Oh, actually it's not. Okay.
It's pretty small.
Good luck. Yeah, no.
Oh man, we sent a lot of pictures over the.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I know
give
there's
you
like a
ideas of what it
bajillion.
looks like.
So many.
Okay, I see the map of Waterdeep, but yeah, again, it doesn't have any
Mm-hmm.
like labels of the districts or something.
Yeah, I don't even know where Bob's is yet.
Bob's is somewhere to the south, east. I remember that.
We'll find it. We'll find Bob's.
Well, that is not helpful. Okay.
Oh man, 2022. That's so long ago.
Dude, we've been playing this a long time.
Almost, yeah, it's almost been 2 years now.
That's kind of crazy.
Yikes.
In November.
Wonder if there's like a more comprehensive map somewhere. Yeah, there is. Okay, I finally found it. That's the Sea Ward, mainly. The place is definitely known for that. But it's a place where a lot of let's see here, if I remember right. Yes. Ward.
See.
Yeah, it's a literally the wealthiest section of the city. So you're going up there. There's all these beautiful places overlooking the ocean. You know, it's quite gorgeous. Right now, you're actually in the castle ward, but you're making your way over there. And it's like, pretty nice.
Okay, so we were already headed in the right direction.
No, you're definitely. Where are you trying to go?
To the Sea Ward?
Oh, okay, yeah. Trying to go that way. It's northeast, so yeah. Or
Okay.
northwest. Sorry, northwest. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's what you said. Okay, so I kind of ask some people for directions, like just like, hey, we're going, like to make sure we're going the right way. And
Where are
stuff
you
like that.
trying to go? Exactly.
Sea Ward, my good friend.
He looks at you, up and down a little bit. I'm not sure. Do you know what the Sea Ward is?
Yes, it's for the fancy, hoity-toity people, but we have instructions to go there.
And
I
who
don't
gave you
belong.
those instructions?
Leosin Aranthar.
I've never heard of him.
Well, I
You
have,
must not be
so
fancy enough.
Well,
If that can help us, then
of
I'll
course,
be on my way.
I don't mean to trouble you any. I'm surprised that you're going there. You, of course, can do as your own volition dictates.
Dang straight.
Uh,
So that way, and I like to point.
you're headed in the right direction for an
Thank you.
out-of-towner.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Good day to you then.
Oh, good day. And he walks off.
I walk off as well.
Okay, do you keep going seaward?
Yes. Unless Nelly is something that catches your attention. Or
No, she's just mouthing off at people.
okay, sounds about right.
Tracks.
Onward to Seaward.
The closer you get to that place, the more people stare at you.
I notice, but do not care.
One of the guards finally approaches you. Can I help you find where you're going?
Yes, we've been summoned by Leosin Aranthar. Little iffy on where he's supposed to be, but I know he's in the Sea Ward.
Well, maybe I could help. Do you know, of this Leosin? Perhaps?
I know of him.
Yes, a little bit more about him. Maybe I could, point you in the right direction. It's a big city, after all.
Yes, he's an elf.
An elf. Wow.
Yes.
Elf. Very good. And?
And what do I remember about Leosin since he was a friend of mine
Slender elf.
before?
Nimble. He's a harper.
Yeah, I don't know if I get, but I can't like just go around saying that name, right? Like it's
I mean, it hasn't worked so
secret-ish.
far, but maybe it will.
And I like lean in. I'm like, he's a harper.
Harper? Harpers don't exist.
Oh, you've never seen someone
Let me
playing a harp
point you in the right
before?
direction. A place where you could get yourself a nice good meal every night. I'm sure
is no
lots of
war
work
Let me
will be
guess.
available for you there. Down by the dock ward, that's just south of here. You could get one of the boats. See the world. Lots of work for men like you, strong men, yes.
I
Not a man.
appreciate your helpfulness,
Of
but
course.
I
Here,
must
let me lead the
insist.
way. He puts his hand on your
have-
back,
no,
and he begins to lead you south.
I resist. I'm like,
Sir, I'm afraid I must insist.
Until I find Leosin Aranthar. Thank you. And I like I like
Sir,
get out of his,
and he has his
I kinda,
hand
move
firmly on you. He's
like, move-
obstructing you.
I move forward to like get out of his grip and then like turn around and try to go around him. Like, thank you.
You like, okay.
Definitely just letting this happen. Like,
Okay.
this is fine.
In D&D Beyond, go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Okay.
This is pretty great.
Let's see. Oh gosh, 6.
Wait, really? Is that like the lowest you can get?
I have +4 to athletic. Oh yeah, to athletics you said?
Yeah.
So it's almost. I mean, lowest I can get is 5. So
Dang. Okay.
gosh.
Let me go ahead and roll. I'll have to get on my character because I can't roll without being on a character even though I'm a GM, so that's kind of
Roll a
awkward.
2. Roll a 2. Oh.
Alrighty, and can I just roll dice? Oh, there it is. No thanks. And then there, and D20 roll. Oh, you didn't do well.
Yes!
So you succeed in ungrappling yourself. Are you just like shoving
It's-
away from him?
Yeah, I'm just getting like out of his grip and then like
Okay. He looks
speeding up
over
and, like,
to a
going
couple of
faster,
people
like,
that are
running if I
minding
have
their
to.
business, talking to each other, basically, and just BSing. And he goes, and he whistles them over. And next thing you know, you got 3 people.
I'm running.
Right, but okay, you run. You run north. They can't catch you, but 2 of them are chasing after you. The last one stays with Preston and Nelly and says, "Is he with you?"
Just Nelly, right? I thought
Oh,
Preston
it's
went on his
Preston
own
went his
way.
own way?
Preston's elsewhere.
Okay,
Yep.
he looks at Nelly. Is he with you?
And Cornelia just like, yep,
my
and then she
papa.
bolts.
Sure.
And he like jumps at you, but like lands on the ground. And then he
Yeah,
like
like
starts
classic
sprinting after
cartoon.
you as well, and
Yeah.
you both are
And I'm
able
like
to make it
laughing
away.
hysterically.
And I'm like yelling.
I tell Felix to poop on his head like a bird.
Okay, go
Oh my
ahead,
gosh.
and while Felix is trying to do shenanigans, both of you
roll a
can roll
pooping check.
stealth checks to see if you're able to lose him after you
Okay.
ran away.
Oh gosh.
Because you definitely made it away from him, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to like lose him. You can run, but can you hide? No, you can't. And you might even get lower. Oh no.
Am I
Two.
also rolling stealth?
Yes.
Yikes. I don't like D&D Beyond dice. They hate me.
16.
Okay, Nelly, you're able to like find a barrel and like put some grain over your head and hide in it. Frisch just like doesn't know where to hide, so he's hiding like next to the barrel.
Who said I was trying to hide?
What do you do, Nelly?
I just keep running.
Well, this is like a long time later. Like,
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess you could just keep running until you die. I mean,
Yes, that's the perfect way to go.
so he kind of, you're with him and he like decides, you know, he's like gasping, like, I think we've lost him. I wanna hide for a sec, stay low, just in case. You know, sort of a thing. I don't know what you guys actually said, but you try to hide, and then Frisch is very clearly just like hiding next to your barrel.
Rough. And I'm like, hide better, you dunce.
He
Okay.
can't come up with anything. I didn't study.
She like gets out of her hiding spot and like throws a sheet over him or something.
Do you have a sheet?
I don't know. She finds a sheet.
Okay, you take
In
out
the
your
barrel,
bedroll.
she's in.
You take
a
out your
barrel of
bedroll
sheets.
and you like shove him in the corner and shove him in the corner. Go ahead and make a stealth check again, Frisch. This time you have advantage, so you don't have disadvantage
Okay.
because she's helping you.
Hallelujah.
You're welcome,
Please.
you dweeb.
Yes, 18.
Okay, Nelly, you have to roll your own stealth check again because you got out to help him.
That's fair.
Okay.
15.
You feel
But
like you're
yeah.
both adequately
Still
hid.
good.
This entire time, Felix has been raining poops on them, causing quite the ruckus. There are more guards now. They're looking for you. They probably shouldn't, muster this much force, but they're angry, so they're doing it. They're looking around. At one point, they do get pretty close. You feel like, but you both remain perfectly still. And after, you're really worried. So, how long are you going to be waiting here? An hour?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, gotta rest up.
Okay, eventually Felix comes to you, and he nudges your barrel because he knows your scent, and it kind of rocks it back and forth. And you hear his familiar warbling groan from his dragon throat.
Oh, jeez. It made it sound like he farted or something.
He did. Through his mouth. Mouth fart.
Mouth fart.
Is it clear, Felix?
He makes a grunt and then nudges your barrel again.
She'll get out.
It's not Felix, it's a giant rat! No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, okay.
Oh man. Great. I'm probably half asleep at this point.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I kind of shake him awake. Like, hey, it's time to go.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, you're welcome. Dork.
Are we? I listen to see if I can hear the ruckus of them trying to find us still.
No, there's no ruckus right now.
Okay, good. Well, that's gonna make it harder to find Leosin. Any ideas?
Well, I could have Felix scout ahead. I don't think anybody would think that he's attacking anybody.
Yeah.
Have him look.
He knows what building we're looking for.
Mhm. No, but I can kind of explain it to him, and he'll do his best.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try it.
That might be our best. You can also cast whatever, pass without a trace as well. Make it easier for us to sneak around if we need to.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually.
I'll do
I didn't
that.
think we need it, but yeah, we definitely don't want to run to them again.
Okay,
Alright, I cast pass without a trace on us.
excellent. Let's go ahead and jump over to Preston. Preston, what are you doing with Lady?
Oh,
What are the
right.
places you feel accepted, other than Neverwinter?
I would like to make my way to the crafting quarter.
Okay. You find yourself already in it.
Perfect. Now I
Wow.
don't have to go far.
Very well. Exactly.
Being quite the craftsman myself, I would be able to pick out a actual decent armor, wouldn't I? You would say that was
Oh,
something I would do.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so I spend time wandering through the crafting quarter until I find a vendor that catches my eye. Their products are of a high enough quality that I'm looking for. They have decent armor for on the display.
So,
and then-
so real quick, as you're going around looking for, exactly what you're saying, you're immediately met. You're okay, where do I go to find this stuff? Well, you kind of get pointed in the direction of where most of the metal workers are. As soon as you get there, you're immediately met with just great craftsmanship. Nothing is low quality, hardly at all. And so you're kind of going around kind of trying to pick a place where, honestly, it looks just fantastic. So that's kind of
Okay.
what you're doing right now.
So
And you finally find a place. It looks like a decent establishment for sure. Do you
Okay.
just go there, or do you continue to look?
I scoped that place out, and they have, like you said, they have fine wares. It looks good to my eye. You're like, this, like, okay, this would be something, yeah, that I could see myself. Along my way, do I see someone that seems like on the lower end, like someone who seems like they may be struggling a bit, like their business may not be as flourishing as some of the others?
Yeah, you know, closer to the north side of the city, but not perhaps the seaward. You certainly see yourself, you know, you see a place they don't seem to be doing quite as well.
Um, this place, does it have, adequate level of, arms and armor?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just it looks like maybe their proximity to certain parts of town just looks a little bit more basic, is all.
Perfect. This is the establishment I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
I dismount lady and I give her the command to guard.
Okay, she just kind of does her thing. She
Yep.
knows what that means.
So I enter the establishment, and what do I see as I enter this establishment?
Um, as you go in
I'm
there.
gonna make you theater of the mind just as much as us.
Oh, trust me, I've already been doing it more than you. It just a lot of the other places have elaborate designs on the outside, you know. Different things that really make them stand out. Think like Beauty and the Beast Tinker's house, you know, or maybe another one will have a big iron black shield right above the door, and you know it'll say something like "black armor here" and stuff like that. This place just looks like they go through inventory, but not like a ton of it. Doesn't look like much other than a place you could get a good deal on, maybe some weapons, probably used ones, but also they make their own. It looks like.
Perfect. I kind of start browsing a little bit, and then in the hope that someone will come up and hey, what are you doing? Are you looking for anything? Kind of a deal. Like someone approach.
Okay, you
Customer
begin to
service
browse.
representative.
Yeah.
There's already a few people here, so I mean, not very many people bother coming up to you at this time.
You're not important looking enough.
It looks like they're kind of helping other people. People here seem to be minding their own business and leaving you well alone.
Okay. I am going to, after perusing the armors and artifacts, is this like an active shop? Like they forge their own equipment? Like you can hear hammers in the background?
Oh yeah,
That deal?
yeah.
Okay. It's not just a shop front.
No, it looks like a real place.
Okay. Perfect. I approach the person behind the desk.
Okay.
Is it a man or a woman?
You
Why does
look,
that matter,
No,
huh?
what happens is you look for
Oh,
a
it
desk, and you're having a hard time finding one.
Even better.
There seems to be a guy with a long beard, younger guy somehow looking, but he's a halfling, and it's like dragging on the floor practically. It has a bunch of burnt marks in it though, and and he's like walking around looking at some people's work every once in a while. Every time an employee or sometimes a customer has a specific question though, he just nonchalantly answers them, and then they seem satisfied and they walk away. And then he kind of looks around at stuff again. Every once in a while you see him
So-
scratch his butt.
With my craftsman eye, I
That kind of
designate
guy.
this individual as the forge man.
You do.
Very well. Can I spot someone that may be his underling, like the second in command that may be like over other people that may not be directly involved with the master?
It doesn't. It looks like there's another guy. He's bald. He's a little bit overweight, and he's just. He does look like he definitely is more like under person like you're describing.
This is the gentleman I approach.
Okay. He seems to be a lot more business worthy. He just says, "Yes. How can I help you?"
Well, sir, I have a question for you.
Shoot. Ever been here before?
I have not. This is actually my first time in Waterdeep.
Good.
I was wondering if you could help me with an inquiry of my own.
Of course.
And then I kind of, I take my shield or whatever. It's been kind of beat up and stuff. And, I show it to him like, I have been on many travels and seen some hectic combat recently. And my equipment could use a refreshing, if you would say. Might I inquire of you what your time would be for repairs if I was to commission from you?
Certainly. Yes, I'd love to help with that.
Thank you.
Repairs. Well, he kind of starts to inspect your shield. I mean, I could patch it up for you pretty quick. Do you want me to make it look more like new or hammer this out?
I just need it to be sound. Some strapping in the back would be good just to reinforce it.
Oh,
I see. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be new. But some of the scars are important,
I do. Yes, nothing says I love you to a good shield like a few battle scars.
You do understand, don't you? I
Yeah.
appreciate a craft.
Oh, good. Well, let me see. You okay with one of our... Well, I guess how much money are you looking to save today? Because I'm more than happy to help one of our apprentices to it. But, I mean, if you want to pay a little bit more, I'll take care of it myself.
I was wondering if you could give me a batch deal on some things. I'm
Oh.
also in the market for some new armor itself. 2 sets to be precise, multiple sizes.
2 sets. Oh, okay. Your armor looks fine.
It is, they say. I maintain it well myself.
What would the armor be for exactly?
I'm looking for some full plate, actually, for a friend of mine.
Oh, full plate armor, you say? Is it? Do you know what the species is?
He seems to be old. Yeah, he seems.
It's the species.
I know one of those, don't I, Horace? And he looks over at the guy with the long beard. He just squints at him and winks, then walks off.
I need it to be a little flexible for him as well. He uses a bow, but also a glaive. So he's quite flexible at his age, and so I'm assuming that he's probably human. All those tall legs look the same to me, but...
Well, I mean, I could get you a set of plate armor just fine, but flexible plate armor... we can definitely get that. We'll give you some that will muster. But if you want the fancy stuff, that'll definitely come from the Elven Smiths. They're known for it. Hate to throw away business, but,
As he says, Elvin Smiths, I get a grimace on my face, oh, no, sir, no thank you.
I like you. You know your way around a forge, it sounds like. Yes, those pretty boys sure make some nice stuff, but oh my gosh, is it expensive, and quite frankly, it does not suffice to weathering, if you know what I mean.
It's fancy, but it can't quite take a lance punch, if you know.
It doesn't have any weight to it either.
It's deceptive.
Very much so. Kind of, yeah, I like you. You're nice.
I appreciate it, sir. And then also I'm looking for some for myself as well. But in that, I would actually wonder if I could aid in your craftsman at that. Because there are certain things I would like to imbue and forge into it as it goes.
Oh, I see. So would you be interested in... I mean, we do get people here that aren't apprentices. Have you ever worked a forge before, or is this something that you were hoping to start learning, I guess?
No, I worked in my grandfather's forge back in Neverwinter
Oh.
for a few summers back in my early 80s.
Neverwinter. Oh, rumor has it that the Lord Neverwinter actually... how long has it been since you've been there? There's rumors.
It's been far too long. I have been on quite an adventure myself with my companion.
Oh, I
But
see. Bummer.
it's probably been close to 30 years since I've been back.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's been quite a while then. Okay.
Between you and me, I'm trying to avoid my half-brother.
Oh no. Well, um, well, more than welcome to work in the forge for a bit here. You can either work here for a while, or you can pay a fee, and we'll let you craft your armor here. We have raw materials, but they aren't free, and it does take quite a while to make a full set of plate, as you know. So we've got
As I
some further.
do.
We've got some that's further along. You wouldn't have to make that from scratch, I guess.
I would be honored to see your craftsmen at work. Just your apprentice levels would be more than adequate, in my opinion.
Oh.
I wouldn't want to tax your master too much, I say, but it would be great help for his skill and eye to be upon it.
Oh, well, no, he likes that sort of thing. Horace. The guy walks over, kind of slowly. Hello.
It is an honor to be in your forge, sir. I am very humbled at your wares. It's been some time since I have seen craftsmen of your sort.
He just laughs.
Between us, it's not all about the fancy armors and the gold inlays. But when you have strong iron and steel behind you, then you know that you're good.
Yeah, it's true. So, what are we doing for this guy, Chuck?
Chuck.
I told you to call me Charles.
Whatever you say, Chuck.
He just smiles. He's wondering if he can use the forge here. It's fine with our guys working on the stuff. He just wanted to make some, I suppose, adjustments. Well, that's fine. Just as long as he knows that, I mean, we'll do the best we can, but if he's not satisfied, I mean, he still owes us. I think so. I think he's okay with it. He looks at you.
His terms are very adequate, I said, and when my own hands are on it, if there are mistakes, they are mine.
Ah, well, I'm glad you understand. It's kind of hard when we've had people in the past that just demand to use the forge and then don't pony up.
I'd be more than happy to pay half up front and half when finished.
Oh, no, that's not necessary. We'll take you at your word. You look like you could handle it. As he kind of looks you up and down a little. Well,
Sweet.
why don't you show him the wares, Horace? And Horace kind of looks at you. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I've got some plate armor right over here. For a human, older, I guess. Just like we were talking about, this one's more flexible than most. A little bit less padding, you know, not quite as comfortable, but you need to get rid of it so that it could be strong yet be able to be flexible. It's actually pretty comfortable still. Sell it to you for a player's handbook amount of money for plate armor set. And,
100 pieces. Weesh. Yeah. Okay, so the 2 sets of plate armor is going to run me 3,000 gold. They're 1,500 apiece.
yeah.
Handbook.
Yep.
And then I also wanted to purchase a spear from them, but I was going to make that in the forge as part of when I was doing that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need a spear, 2 sets of plate armor, and then the shield thing was just kind of like flavor text in game. I already have a shield.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they've already taken your shield and are hammering on it right now.
Perfect.
And spear,
before
huh?
they leave,
Well, we
after
work
they're
on.
looking at
We do a lot more armor here than weapons, unfortunately. So you're gonna probably have better luck. I know a place. It's called Sandy's. He doesn't like his name. Don't bring it up. But just down the road a little bit, he works on kind of the weapons, and we kind of work on the armor. You know.
Oh, much appreciated. Who should I say sent me over to his shop so that he can get some credit?
Just say it, old friend. He'll know.
Sounds good. I know how to say it very well.
Yeah, that Sandy's guy,
So-
he's good for it, trust me.
Okay, so dump that from my things. Down some gold guns. Okay. How much does a spear run? It's like 20 gold or something. Thanks.
Whatever it says, yeah.
Spear, 1 gold piece. Easy. Okay. Cool. Purchase those things. After looking over the armor, I say this is more than adequate. I need to run a couple more errands, and then I shall return
Okay.
to aid in the fortune.
Okay, we'll get everything ready for you, blah blah blah. Let's jump over to Nelly and Frisht. You have passed without a trace on yourselves. You remember running north and to the west slightly into apparently what is called the Sea District. You actually haven't been here before, so...
Ah.
But it looks very fancy. People out here are on a stroll, not a walk. Oh, you're muted, dearest.
Oh, weird.
Okay, I can hear you now.
How? In case you guys were
Okay,
wondering.
so-
Yeah.
We were gonna have Felix scout ahead. I
Mhm.
believe.
Yeah. I feel like scout ahead while we kind of stay here for a second. See if we can find a clear way out of the fancy section.
Okay.
How successful is
So
Felix?
he's like flying above head.
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing you hear is, "Huh! A dragon! A dragon! Oh my god! Guards!
Oh, no.
Guards!
Felix,
There's a
get
dragon
down!
in the
Felix,
sky!"
get down! Get down, Felix!
Felix thinks about it. Does he fly low or high?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh. Let me pull up his stats so I can roll for it. What are you gonna do, my friend? He is going to go down. He's gonna head towards me.
Okay. He goes down. He begins to dodge through the streets there. He looks
He
at you
tries
with
to
panic in
bark.
his eyes. He tries to what?
Bark. Like woof woof.
Okay.
Bark.
Make a
Dragon
deception checks
dog.
for Felix's stats, I suppose.
Deception?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Deception. Deception is charisma. Right? Yeah, charisma. -1 modifier. Let's go.
20, not 20.
10.
Pretty good.
Nobody's really convinced.
But would any real proud dragon pretend to be a dog?
Probably not.
Haha.
Okay.
Checkmate there, Brando.
Don't care.
No.
Big brain move.
Okay. That happens.
Also, I'm gonna punch my laptop in the face.
Sorry.
I'm like, oh, perhaps that was a bad idea. Do you think Felix can take care of himself? Or do we
Oh,
need to
he's
go?
fine.
Okay. Perhaps the commotion he's caused will give us even more opportunity to pass by
Yeah,
unnoticed.
He's able
Let's
to
get
slip
on the
away, by
move.
the way, so that's good.
Sweet. Yeah, we
Okay, so
go
so you
on.
said we've never been in any part of Sea World, Sea Deep, whatever it was called,
SeaWorld.
or just we didn't recognize
SeaWorld, for
where we
sure.
are.
Yeah, you don't recognize where you're at.
Okay, but you said that one.
And you
That one
actually, oh
building-
no, you've never been there before. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, you've never been there before.
Sorry, I guess I thought I must have misheard. I thought that was where you said that the building that we met with Leosin and that one guy and were made Harper's was at.
SeaWorld.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Just misunderstood, I think.
so we
I
have no
also
idea
thought the
where
same
it
thing.
is, but we know it's in.
Yep, exactly. You know that's in the
Alright,
town of
let's get out of
Waterdeep.
here.
You don't think it's in SeaWorld, but yeah, it's or
We're
the
just calling it
Seaward.
SeaWorld now.
No, no. SeaWorld now.
Cannon.
Mhm.
But it was like
He's
a
losing
kind
it.
of a fancier building, right?
I mean, it was
It was-
temp-
it was big, I
yeah, it was a
guess.
guild. You know, it's nice.
Okay. Guild. All right. Okay. Let's get out of SeaWorld and then we'll look for it.
Yeah.
We'll
I didn't
ask
pay
people.
permission.
Try to ask around. So yeah, we try to get. Well, we go like east or something, or like
Yeah.
southeast
Yeah.
to get out of SeaWorld.
Guards are
Try
happy
to-
that you're going in that direction. It seems.
What? We didn't want to be seen by them.
Good point.
But-
Sorry. No, you're right. No, you're right.
Roll stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check, both of you.
16, and we've passed without a trace. We had like 10 to it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So 26.
Okay. And Nelly,
What?
what's your number? Guess do a stealth check.
Oh, sorry. Stealth. Yeah, and don't forget you're adding
10.
to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I added 10. I got 26, so we're good.
I always forget how to roll on D&D Beyond.
You have to go
18.
to- okay, perfect. Okay, you both are fine. You're able to slip through without a trace, so you're going south. You end up back where you started.
Okay.
Area, you know, you're like, oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm like, ask someone, we're looking for a guild, and I like do my best to explain like what the building looked like that I remember.
Okay,
It's like wide and like the color and whatnot.
do you remember the place and what it was called that you were at before?
Trying to remember, but I don't.
Okay.
No idea.
Both of you make a history check.
I wasn't there.
Yes, you were.
What was? Cunelli was?
This is Waterdeep, not Greenest.
Not like Corinth or...
Corinth.
Yeah.
Arthur died in Greenest. You've been here the whole time. Yeah.
Wild.
3. Shoot.
8.
Oh yeah, that's enough.
Yeah,
that's,
it is.
That's high enough to.
For sure.
Nelly, you do
Totally.
remember the place was called the Order of the
Yeah.
Gauntlet. Jeremy,
The Gauntlet?
the Order of the Gauntlet.
Order of the Gauntlet.
Yes.
Order of the Gauntlet, you think?
Oh yeah, where we had that feast and then we got to fight people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what it's called. Cunella, do you remember?
Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh, look at that, of course!
Oh,
Tell
of
me.
course!
Where's the Order of the Gauntlet, please? I
Beautiful.
say to a random passerby.
It's
Urgent.
just over there, a few blocks. And you
Okay.
point-
Thank you. You have no idea what we've been through.
Punch somebody.
Apparently not.
Yes, apparently not. It's really rough, and like put my hand forward, like yeah, like adventure.
Okay.
Canelli
We
just
have a
like
direction now.
Canelli just like
Excelsior.
laughs and then like darts that way.
Xerxes, pow.
Okay. So that's funny. You begin to move in that direction. Nothing stops you. Eventually, you come to. That's probably the right one there. You come to the building, and you hear a nearby person say, "Psst! Hey! Do you know where you're at right now?" As he walks up, he's wearing a mask.
Waterdeep, of course. I mean, Waterdeep.
That's the
of
Order of the
course.
Gauntlet.
That's what we're looking
Yep.
for.
Why are you looking for somewhere like that?
Such as I.
'Cause we wanna.
Why? Yeah.
do
Why?
you
Why
care?
do you want to know?
Because I'm Leosin! He takes off his mask.
You were trying to test us. I see.
Not really. How are you doing, Frisht? And Nelly? It's been a while.
Like rolls her eyes.
Been better, but we're alive.
A little battered, huh?
Yes, and we lost a friend.
You were hot on the heels of the cult. Sounds like, anyway, that's what information blah 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 has been telling me.
What else have they told you?
I mean, apparently, there's a chance that you flew up in the clouds, but I'm sure that's a tall tale.
Yeah, that happened.
No way, really?
Yeah, you ever heard of?
Mhm.
Oh shoot, what's his name?
Blagofkiss.
Yeah, Blagothkus the giant.
Yes. Was
Yeah,
it
we were in his
was it
floating
his-
castle.
Well, it's not his. Actually, it belongs to the ice giants.
Well,
Long story, though.
okay, well, you know a lot about him, but yeah, we were there. We helped him. We killed the true vampire. We tried to kill the dragon, but failed.
The dragon?
Yeah.
Whoa, slow down. Vampire? What?
True vampire.
Let's go somewhere else to talk. Do you know a good place?
Oh yeah, Bob's Tavern.
Bob's Tavern, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds as
Yeah.
quiet as any place. Let's get going then. That sounds
Okay.
great. Drinks on me. Excited to hear
Oh,
about your
good.
tales. Sorry that you got a little beat up. He looks at Nelly.
I'm broke too. Lost everything
Sticks your
but
tongue
the
out at him.
equipment on my back.
You've always been a joker. He pinches your cheek. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't.
I was gonna
my
stop
God.
him.
He loses a finger. No, he just says, "You've always been a joker, Nelly." And then he keeps. Okay. So which is the way? Which is the way? Let's go.
Yeah.
No
About
idea
that.
where Bob is.
South, east.
Oh, we knew that? Yes. Or is that Leosin saying that?
No, you guys know
Okay.
that.
Okay. I guess I
Okay.
forgot.
Cool. That's
Southeast! Let's go!
All right, if you say so. To Bob's.
You don't believe me?
No, he seems a
All
good
we've been
spirit.
through. Okay. To Bob's! Woo!
Okay, you.
Huzzah!
Let's link arms! Go into Bob's. Bob, 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 bob.
We've been doing a lot of that lately.
We won't
I
get
appreciate
robbed.
Mhm.
Rob.
Okay. Actually, I think I can pull the original map over
Oh,
from the original place. Let me go ahead and do that real quick.
Hopefully he's not a slob. Slob, 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 slob.
Main menu.
beautiful.
Maybe we'll eat. Are you still there, Jenna?
Yep.
Oh, okay, just making sure. Like, make sure you're not
Otherwise,
Skipping out on.
I'm doing my ministry assignments. So
I see.
I got that all figured out though. It's been like 4 months since I've reassigned people, so
Jenna.
and so many people have left and moved in. So it's hard.
So
People,
long.
it's constant. There's constantly new people, or people constantly leave. It's rough.
And
It's
it's
a
annoying.
spark.
Okay. Why don't we jump back over to Philip while we're trying to get this?
Okay.
While I'm trying to get this map
Yeah.
here.
Good, because I have to poop. So I'll be right back.
Just stay on the phone.
I'm not on the phone.
I want to hear you.
Mute yourself. Come on, I want to know that you're listening
Sure,
while you're
I'll
pooping.
keep it. I'll pull it up on the phone and mute myself.
FaceTime us, all right? Jeez.
Make sure you get the flush in there. Anyways, Philip, you are.
Okay. So I was gonna make my way over to that spear shop, or the armor weapon shop that they had mentioned.
Okay.
Very good.
Talk to him about that spear.
Okay, you see a fiery dwarf. He seems to be angry and rude to everybody as you watch him.
Perfect. It's his mannerisms that he appreciates other people being rude back.
You don't know yet.
Okay. As I approach, going to say, what do I want to say? Okay. They told me his name, right? Started with an S.
Sandy.
Sandy, but he told me not to say him by that name.
He said he didn't like his name.
Yeah.
He does have a blonde beard, you notice.
Oh. Okay. I got it. As I approach, I'm going to say, "Hail, Granite! An old friend sent me."
Hail who?
Granite.
Granite?
Yeah, like the stone.
You don't get a response.
Love
Sorry.
He's a dwarf. I should totally get a response for that. I didn't call him by his name, Sandy, which is soft and weak. I called him by something hard.
It went over his head.
Do you know nothing of dwarf customs?
You're a gnome.
So I know even less, so it should have worked.
Okay, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work? Okay, well, do I see him still berating others?
Every once in a while, of course.
Well, okay. I'm going to walk up to him. And be like, I was sent by an old friend that said you were the best person to buy a spear from.
Well, you came to the right place. Welcome, welcome. What kind of spear are you looking for? Tall guy like you should use something in 8 feet.
In 8 foot?
Oh, he looks down. Oh, it's you. Spear? You? Little gnome should use a dagger. Here, I got one right here. Hands you a dagger.
And spear is on a stick? There's a dagger on a stick?
You're a funny one, aren't you? Hand you the dagger.
I'm looking for a quarterstaff now.
You're pretty intent on the spear, aren't you?
Yeah, some say I'm stubborn.
That's what they call me too. Fine. What do you want? Cat spear.
Looking for an 8-foot spear, and then you cut it in half. So I only want to buy half an 8-foot spear.
So a 4-foot spear.
Whoa, hey, let's not put a number on it, right?
Stop! We're not supposed to have a good time today. My wife's wedding.
Your wife's wedding? You poor bastard.
I know, right? He's the bastard. Turns out he's me.
Well, I'm glad I caught you on such a momentous occasion. I'd like to donate to you for your wedding.
I was lying about the wedding.
So was I.
Oh. Okay, you're killing it. Wow. I'm impressed. A lifetime of trying to do this, and he gets there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so
Spears
he
really
pulls
only
out.
come in
He just
6
pulls you
or
to a
8
room.
foot.
He's pulling you into a room, and there's just a whole area full of spears everywhere, in buckets, against the wall, behind glass, everything.
I find one with like
Spears is popular.
a foot-long blade on it, and it doesn't matter how long the shaft is on it because I'm gonna cut it down anyway. But it's got like a foot-long blade on it, so it's like half of what I need it for.
Wow. So you like them leaf-bladed types, huh?
I like the holes they make.
Okay. Shoot yourself. You're a wild one, you know that? More wild than me. I don't know how I feel about that. He squints at you.
Well, you got to be kind of wild to be in the Raptor Cavalry.
Oh. Raptor cavalry.
Hey,
Okay, now you're just
same
making
one.
stuff up.
No, come with me! Come with me! I lead him out front.
Okay, he follows you.
I whistle into the crowd.
Let's see it! Okay, lady approaches you.
Yeah. She comes like out of the crowd, like stalking, you know, like it's like for some reason nobody around her can like she makes sure that she like maneuvers in like people's blind spots and stuff to just like show up in front of this guy to scare the crap out of him.
I love that.
Good grief, man!
This is Lady.
Where did you get that?
Standard issue. Except for she's not standard.
No, I suppose not. How do you like that? Oh my gosh. Pretty soon they make people ride dragons.
You know, I've got a friend.
You're funny.
When you live a life on the road, you meet some interesting people.
I believe it. Well, one leaf-bladed spear. Just one? Are you sure I can't make you buy 5? You have an
ain't
army
looking for
too?
a batch. You know, maybe one day.
Alright.
What can I say? I'm in my early 150s.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, how long you been that? 50 years?
Yes. Can't imagine being a human and just dying.
Good grief, they only lived to be like 60!
Yes, sir. Alright.
As I start kind of walking back into a shop to maybe peruse some more, I was like, I got this guy I know. I swear he's got to be in his like mid-40s, but he looks ancient!
Oh, man. Well,
And
He
he's
probably
taking a
won't.
dump right now.
probably won't last very long, will he?
You know, he's actually pretty spry for a long leg.
Oh, really? Was he one of them elf people?
No, surprisingly not. He's full human.
Well, they really gotta make, they're like a fly, you know? Gotta really make time for the time they've got.
Don't I know it?
Okay. He sells you the spear for the normal price of a spear.
I appreciate your time, and I go in to shake his hand and say, I never did quite catch your name, sir.
It's covered in grease.
Doesn't matter.
He kind of squints at you, and he's like, "Didn't you?"
I give him a wink. No, sir, I didn't.
We'll keep it that way, then. He just shakes your hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you. And then he gets immediately in a bad mood again, and just starts shouting at somebody behind his shoulder.
before he does that, I ask him, "Do you know where I can post a letter, sir?"
Ask the guards. Not sure.
Have a nice day. And I leave the shop.
Okay, he doesn't respond to that, and you leave the shop.
Do I see a guard as I come out of the shop?
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere, but it's a little ways off, maybe 100 yards.
Is it back towards the armorers?
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay, I start making my way that way.
Okay.
You mean downtown?
You make your
Walking
way
fast.
downtown.
Tunes on blast.
Oh. Shoot, dang, man.
Okay, I think I deleted the inn you guys stayed at, so that's upsetting, because that was kind of neat. I wonder if I could find it again. Multitasking! A glorious
so.
deed.
I'd like to ask the guard or whatever where I can post a letter, and then wherever he tells me to go, that's
Just go to any of the boards around town.
I need to send it to a different town.
Oh. Well, there's a post office. Several of them, actually, here in the Castle Ward. Other places throughout Waterdeep. The closest one's 3 blocks south.
Thank you. I head towards
Certainly.
the closest
If you give me a fee, I'll deliver it myself.
No thanks, I'd rather do it myself. It's quite important, you see. It's for my half-brother.
Alright! He kind of waves at you and smiles.
I'm gonna get robbed, aren't I?
100%.
Okay, you make it to
Okay.
a post room, or a building for post. There's just people running in and out every once in a while. Every once in a while, a person walks in, either somebody like a merchant, or sometimes you'll see a guy with like a fancy cane or something that goes in there. Sometimes you see a mother with what appears to be a sack full of the family money, taking it inside and then walking out. Every once in a while, there's a widow crying.
Okay.
Sorry, a fresh widow crying. There you go.
Yeah, so that's depressing.
Yep.
As I see these things, I definitely, yeah, that sucks. But I would like to go and I would like to post a letter and have it sent to Neverwinter.
Okay.
It is addressed to Dusk.
Okay. All right. So, do I need to pull you into a private GM to understand?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. Like I said, it can be. The letter just says, I know we've had our differences, but I've met some people and they've really given me a new perspective. I'm sorry for the way I was. I hope we can rekindle our friendship and maybe even one day be real brothers again.
Okay. All
And
right.
post to Dusk, and I'm mailing it to Grandfather's Forge in.
So, there's a few counters up there, and you kind of help yourself up there, and you're trying to, make your letter, and no, it's not going to be a simple process. So,
Super fun.
yeah, I get excited here. You you see a whole bunch of, while you're inside, a whole bunch of mostly boys on the sides there. There's like a bench, and they're all sitting on there. Said it's for Dusk. Where's he at? Neverwinter, you said?
Yes, sir.
Oh, lordy! He hands it back to you. You're definitely going to want to go to a different post office.
Or am I?
Any of you lads want to go to Neverwinter?
I pull 2 gold pieces out.
One of the boys, looks like he's super excited about that. Sir, I could take your letter. Shut up. You're not taking that letter. He'd smirch you the gold immediately. There's no way that lad's making it up there. Easy 50 gold. Maybe 100 if you don't find a merchant that's already headed that way. You're not going to find that sort here. There's a bigger post office just a little bit to the west. They'll take care of it. Few blocks. Next!
Good. I take my business
Next!
elsewhere.
Next, that guy kind of pushes past you. One of the boys jumps up, grabs his package, runs out the door.
Local business, eh? They said to the west. I start trying to make my way to the bigger post office.
Okay, you're walking to the west. It's taking you a while, honestly. You're like, did I miss it? Maybe it was on a connecting street that was adjacent to this one. There's got to be something going on that I'm just not entirely aware of. And you're thinking about where this could be at this point. And eventually, you stumble across
A murder.
yes, a
Finally.
murder.
Meh.
Eventually, you stumble across the just a big old building that looks like it was made sometime during, like, I don't know, the Stone Age. And it looks like it's been there like as long as any building in the whole city, honestly. And there's a murder that happened.
And a murder.
Anyway, you make it to that building. It's got very vaulted ceilings when you walk inside. There's a lot of wagons on the outside. Definitely a lot more rough-looking people on the outside, and there's a guy at the counter there. In fact, there's probably 10 counters, but it's one big counter, and eventually you get waved forward.
I step up with my letter and say, I need to post a letter to Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. Very good. Payment for this letter shall be how much?
Which is a letter.
He kind of leans over the counter at you.
Kind of looking up over the counter.
Have you ever mailed a letter before, gnome?
Bite your tone. The answer is no, sir. I have not ever mailed a letter.
My tone?
Yes, sir. From down here, it sounds like you're trying to explain to me the cost of a letter.
Would you like to know the cost of a letter?
Yes, sir, I would quite like to know the cost of a letter.
Well, it's as much as you care to send it for. Probably gonna find better work for more costs. I can't help you much other than that.
Goes kind of mumbles under my breath. Everyone sees out for a coup. Will 10
Indeed.
gold get my letter to Neverwinter?
Maybe in pieces.
Well,
You might
How much-
have better look
How
at
much
the
to have
docks.
a raven deliver it?
Raven, that's something the very wealthy sometimes do.
I didn't ask who does it. I asked how much it costs.
Really? Well, ravens cost perhaps about easily 100 gold.
Done. I pull 100 gold out and put it on the table. Send my letter by raven.
If you want me to send your letter by Raven, that's gonna be a little extra.
It's just like deep breath in, you know? Sir, will you please send my letter by raven to the specified address in Neverwinter? And I put 20 more gold onto the counter.
Indeed. And he just takes your letter. Thank you. Pleasure for doing business with you.
Sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
I would like a stamp of approval saying I paid for my letter.
He glares at you for a little bit.
A receipt, if you would.
And then he pulls out said receipt.
You ain't gonna scam me, bitch.
Exactly. I love it so much. And he grabs one of his wax. He grabs some wax, and he pulls out the stamp, and his seal, I guess, for the post office, and he stamps it, and he hands it to you.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Yes.
And I walk out of the post office.
That's awesome. You ain't gonna scam me. Okay.
After that, I make my way back over to the forge to help continue the work until it's done.
Okay, sounds good. You're able
I'm
to
gonna go use
do.
the restroom.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we'll just go over to the other group then. So I think we're at Nelly now and Frisht again. You guys are making your way to Bob's Inn. I've almost got Bob's Inn prepared for you. I've been working on it while trying to talk at the same time. So if I sound like an idiot, that's why. No, I don't think I'm that
Nothing
bad.
new.
But oh, thank you.
Oh,
Hey, Brett.
Yeah, I'm cold-blooded.
that's a good one.
I guess I can say things like,
Yeah.
obviously they're jokes, but
Yes.
so.
You're not truly cold-blooded like I am.
Yeah, Jenna told me some stories about her saying like mean things to people in her branch.
Oh boy.
Wow. I don't believe it.
They deserved it.
Brett's
Yeah,
branch is
I
kind of
agree.
mean too. So
Not the one I'm currently going to.
they told him that he had to brush his teeth,
What?
or he wasn't allowed to.
Not at all.
What was it that
You
you were allowed to do?
psychopath. Yeah, it's what do you mean?
I don't know.
There you are, talking nonsense like you said you would.
I am, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm doing it now because I'm almost done. But you're still wrong. You're always wrong.
I want to go to Bob Comes to Town Inn.
I know you
Bob
do.
Comes to the Inn.
You wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. Is that a crime?
Bob goes to Waterdeep.
Sequel to Bob Goes to Baldur's Gate.
Greenest. No, sequel to Bob Goes to Greenest.
No. No, not that one. Nope, not that one. Ah, there we go. That's amazing.
That's too low. I'm gonna send it to you.
This guy's got slabs, and one of them's called Roman a Day, and it's just a bunch of
Roman
just a bunch of
That's awesome.
like Rome-looking buildings.
That's awesome. I love it. They say Rome wasn't built in a day.
Birds, get the hell out of here. Cause they know something's going down. It's
Tries
he gonna
to-
fly. Oh, it's the medium shot. Turpin in slow-mo means he's the target.
Mysterious
Mysterious hooded man. What is about this? I could sing that whole song. I'm
How
not
do
even kidding you guys.
remember all that? I
love
don't remember
that
watching it.
video.
Brett, you might have not watched it that much, but I
No,
watched it that much.
I didn't know you did. I know I did. Like one time, I sent Tyler a whole like text message of that song, but I replaced a bunch of the words and verbs with sugar. Like the whole time.
Hey,
Mysterious
sugar,
sugar man, sugar's from a distance. Take a moment to look sugar.
Oh, man,
Time to sugar.
Our
Walking slow.
quality's going down quick, boys. I gotta finish quick. Oh no.
We're losing him.
This is so
We never had
annoying.
'em.
That'll do it. Alright, good. And there. And get rid of that junk. And then I will invite you to the thing. Wasn't expecting Preston to to be done so quickly. Ugh.
What?
The mirror.
Preston's a new man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, that Scottish accent sped him up.
He's got more gumption now.
His
Or
vowels are
unction,
longer,
more
but his
like.
sentences are shorter.
He's more straight to the point, more blunt.
Alright, and that's done. Okay, perfect. That's fine. Okay. Let's
Did it.
go to building a bunch of street. And a bunch more street. And a bunch more street. It still is
and another
floating,
one,
so that
and
sucks.
another one, and another one.
Happened a year to the year 3000.
I'm surprised you're catching on to like all of my old references with just one line.
Who do you think I am, Brett?
Not like
Okay.
you guys are really-
Alright, I'm invited to the board now. Frickin' finally. Players summoned. You're at the board. Play some groovy music while I'm here.
Heck,
I wasn't expecting not be able to find Bob's Inn.
Dang.
The town song.
You should play the tavern version of Yeah. Ding 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 ding. Ding ding ding.
Okay,
Talk video.
you shall be.
You
dropped
might
on
have
this
to
map.
pull me again.
are we in Maker?
No, it's
Rise of Tiamat.
Rise of
Rise of Tiamat.
We're safe now. We can just have one thing that you can click on every time called Rise of Tiamat.
Magic.
Okay, Bob's Tavern's changed. Fundamentally, it's cooler now.
Yeah.
So
About
you have a
time.
place you can go
Got a
to.
facelift. Bob's facelift.
I don't think we ever actually had a map for Bob's Tavern.
I thought we did for some reason.
No, in this place I only remember being in the guild. I remember having to
Yeah.
do things blind for the rest of everything else. So
I think so.
That would make
Sounds
that
about
would
right.
check out for why there wasn't a map for it.
That would be a good reason.
But not good enough.
Okay, you're there.
Sure are.
Can you summon me again, love?
Yes, there you are. Summoned.
Thank you.
So this is this is it, huh?
Well, this is
Bob's
love.
Inn.
It is. Heard good
Giant
things.
caves they have out.
We've been here once before.
Things underground.
I don't have control of my character yet. Oh, now I do.
I didn't do anything so good.
I just clicked on right
Bob's
on
Tavern.
the top left.
Sweet, this place is dope.
Wayne is singing to the top of his lungs right now.
What is he singing?
I don't even know.
Better.
He was singing a Taylor Swift song the other day.
Ooh.
I can't remember what it's called, but it was like the most. Kylie told me it was the most random line. Like, how does he even know those words? That was funny.
This is sweet.
Okay.
I'll
You
never
open the
stop.
door.
Rich is back in the building.
Oh, you fall and break a hip. Really should get a guardrail there.
Really should.
So it looks like it's more of a basement tavern, is what it appears to be.
A bavern.
The dreaded Bavern.
Interesting. Why isn't it? Remove the ceiling.
You have to zoom in.
Oh, there you go. Here, right? Oh. I see. It wasn't a hole, it was just stairs go to the right immediately. It's like that part in Pinocchio when he's like, the performance, I got no strings and
Okay, there's a bard playing right down here in the bottom corner. And there's also Bob, you can see over here near this bench.
Bob. I beeline for Bob.
Bob, it's you.
Bob, I missed you so. Bob!
Hello, Frisht! And
Yeah, you remember me! I hugged
I remember Oh gosh! Keep your mitts off me!
you can't escape this hug, Bob.
Bob's like,
Love.
he looks very visibly like, I am not comfortable with this. And Nelly and Leosin both pick that up.
Do I?
And he looks at you desperately, Nelly. And Leosin.
I laugh.
He's been on the road for quite a while. Forgive him, Bob. My name's Leosin. And this is Nelly.
Howdy.
Do you have a place we could
Western
talk
girl now.
privately? I do, as soon as your friend releases me.
Oh, fine. You like
Just
it. And I kind of
that
like
much.
slap his arm.
Oh, so Frisch swings that way, huh?
Oh, we knew it.
That's why I'm so against all these girls flirting with you.
Oh,
It all makes sense now.
It all comes together.
Well, you're more than welcome to have a room and a buffet, or a room and a meal, or a room. It's up to you. How long do you want it for? He looks at you, Frisht.
For the night. Room in a meal.
For the night!
Dude, just fine.
And is it... Oh, your Drake's gonna need a whole room by themselves. You'll need at least 2, I think. 2 rooms for the night! And he just hands Bob some coins. Oh, okay, and buffet as well. Welcome to Bob's Inn. Secret of Bob. And he winks at Leosin. And then he runs. He walks, away.
Immediately runs away.
Cactus Kenku.
He sprints into the back room with the money.
I gotta go.
I'm not actually Bob. Just a hoodlum. Took your
The
money.
heel click in the air.
Well,
Well,
he didn't really tell us where our rooms were. Bob! He runs after
Return,
Bob. First, you find yourself in an inn.
Yes. I look, turn around. I see any other characters of interest?
Oh, plenty. This looks like a group of, adventurers or something right here. Over here, you see a bunch of workers. There's a gnome sitting by himself right here. Over here, you see a rat folk. He's enjoying the fire. There's a guy playing music over here in the corner.
He's really into it too.
Yeah, he's having a great time. Yes.
Okay.
There's a clearly a buffet in the middle of the room, but there's also appears to be more on one of the sides of the room that has another guy kind of walking around it.
Okay. I go over to this table. Like, room for one more?
Sure. Help yourself.
Oh, I don't need to eat. I won't take your food, but I am curious of any tales you have to tell.
I feel like that near-death experience changed Frisch.
I think it must have. Well, apparently there's I don't know, some ruckus going on lately.
A ruckus, huh?
Yeah, talk of dragons acting funny.
Hmm.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah. I wonder what could be causing that. It's very strange. Funny how?
Yeah, just different, you know? I heard the dwarf lords are feuding again. That's boring.
What do they have to feud over? There's plenty of other problems in the world.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, you get it. Kind of like punch his
He
shoulders.
seems
slightly.
uncomfortable by this, but
What? Everyone's so uncomfortable. I guess it's because it's so against his nature.
but then you're reaching over the table to do it, but
Oh,
you unless you're punching this guy's arm who's not talking to you.
whoever who. Dang it! I just assumed it was this guy over here, but I won't
Then
say that.
then when you
I
make
won't-
contact with his bicep, he appreciates it and laughs.
Okay, good. Like, I'm gonna sit by this guy. He knows what's up.
Okay, I gotta make them actually in chairs. Then
Way too into it.
you
Frisch.
can't.
Back out.
You'll have to pull up a
Dang it.
table, a chair if you want to. Pull up a whole table.
There's
Yeah.
4 chairs though.
Okay, move the chair
There's 4
then.
cups. Okay. Here.
Get out of there, Frisch. He's way too into it.
He looks over at you and just kind of gives you the side eye and says, "So, how you doing?"
Hey, big boy.
Don't even start. Okay, I'm gonna say he's completely oblivious to that because he's not used to people, men doing it. So.
I was joking.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. What? Okay.
He needs to know
Uh,
that Brandon hits on Brett in this game more than he hits on his own wife in the game.
Gotta keep it not awkward.
Hey,
Actually, I hit on Philip more than anybody.
That's
Got
totally
some
true.
mental working to do. Okay,
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Leosin walks up.
guys are
Bob says her rooms are upstairs. Do you want to dish up a plate and maybe talk there, or I don't want to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
good old Bob. Alright. Fine group of adventurers. Nice talking to you, and I kind of slam the table. as
Both
I-
of these guys say, "Oh,
Stand
Bob
up.
is good for it."
I believe it. I wasn't doubting Bob. So thank you.
What?
I start
What are
serving
they
myself up.
implying?
Leosin just grabs his whole pig and begins to walk upstairs.
Oh my gosh. I take some of these carrot hot dog stew stuff.
He kind of looks back at you and he's like, "A few pumpkins too," and then he just starts running upstairs.
Running? Okay. I'm just,
Oh,
Leosin's always so energetic. And I trip
feel
over
like-
this thing like a
Leosin is a
Why
bad
is there a
influence.
dang hole on the floor?
It really is.
Tile missing. Okay, and I take my served food.
Yeah,
up,
you trip and fall and the
drop
whole
all my
tray ends up in
food,
your
and
mouth.
have
Yeah,
to get
there's
get
carrots
more.
and a bunch of other sticky substances in there.
Hot
And,
dogs.
yep. And yeah, it sucks.
You got a bunch of sticky stuff in your mouth?
Just a group of... Don't even. Stop. Just the party of women or something over here.
And this dude.
Oh, I could have mistaken him for a girl with that long hair.
Luscious.
Okay, yeah, looking at his face, I can see it now. Did you just say blusheth?
I said it's luscious.
Oh, I thought you said blusheth, like, oh.
Nelly, are you going
He
upstairs?
blusheth.
Yeah, sorry.
Which is our second room? Is it the one over here? Oh, not.
Leosin pats the bed next to him.
I'll stand, thanks.
Finelli jumps onto it.
Okay.
I'll sit on this bench thing.
All right. Meal, friends, privacy. How you doing? Like, actually, are you doing good?
I'm like,
You may
put a
notice we're
big
missing
smile on
someone.
her face. It's fine. We're fine. Fine. Everything's great. Yeah.
You seem a little bit out of sorts, Frisch. I've
What?
known you for a
I'm
while.
so happy. What are you talking about?
He looks at you, Nelly. What happened?
Rin died.
No, Rin? She was one of my harpers.
She was more than that to us.
He ignores your comment.
Yes.
Of course. Number 1 most hated character in campaign.
Alright, well, that's enough of that. Let's talk about something else. What have you been doing, Leo?
Frisch is in denial.
I know.
I'm not even in Egypt. Come on.
Where's Preston?
No,
What?
man.
He never knew Preston, right?
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
yeah, that's right.
Sorry. Where's
was the point.
sorry.
Which
Where's
is- That's hilarious that you would have used Preston in that scenario when you've been using Yarick a lot more.
yeah?
I know.
Where's Yarick?
He's also dead.
Also dead.
Smitten by his. That one is a lot less fresh than Rin. Rin was very recent. Yarick was quite a while ago.
Well, do you mind telling me what happened with Yarick?
Yep.
He
Killed him because he was being an a-hole.
he went ballistic and started attacking us. I'm sure there was some reason for it, and then he was
Wow, way to
when all hope was lost.
You
Well, I
know-
don't think Frisch and Nelly knew anything about what caused it. Like
Not
only
really.
Rin did. Yeah.
No, yeah, Finelli totally cheapened it like crazy.
And we
He's not the
fought
person.
back.
It was a bad idea to bring him after all.
Hey, there's no need for that.
He's a good
But-
one.
He did help us.
He did kill me.
But that was.
He looks at you like, okay, he killed you, but you know, yeah, he's a good guy. We don't know why he even bothered killing us, but he sure did. You know, good person.
Yeah, good
Probably
point,
part of the cult of the
honestly.
dragon, honestly, but
Yeah, you know what? Screw that guy. You mentioned that. Put it in that perspective.
are you sure he wasn't in league with the cult?
Oh my gosh.
No, he was not in league.
It sounds like he was able to get close to them.
He
Yeah, he
was
actually
pretty
got us
close
pretty
with that
far.
one lady,
Yeah,
but she also died. That
he
might have
seems
been
too
part
unstable
of
to be
why.
part of the cult, but again, they are fanatics after all. I'm not sure. Maybe he was part of the cult.
He played a pretty damn good job hiding it, because he slaughtered plenty of their members,
Huh. Maybe he was just a loose cannon.
and they tortured him too.
He was
so.
not part of the guild, Leosin. Cut it off.
What'd you say? Off? What? This is Brandon. I don't know what he said.
Cut it out. I meant to say cut it out.
Cut it
but
off!
I said cut it
Oh
off.
gosh!
Cut it off.
You didn't say F
I
off?
cut you off.
Okay. I get the feeling that you've never really liked me, Nelly.
Oh, he's just straight up saying it.
Coming out.
Doesn't matter. Do you actually care
Yeah.
whether or not I like you?
I
do.
don't think she really
I
likes
think
even
that-
me.
Oh, I see.
She tolerates some more
Really
than
feels
others, but yeah, I feel like the only one she really likes is Felix over there. Am I wrong, Nelly? Tell me if I'm out of line, but
You're not. I mean, I don't hate you.
No,
See?
you're totally right.
kind of like raise my shoulders while like gesturing towards her, like with wide eyes, like see,
He has a nice
looking at Leosin.
drink of beer to that and says, "Well, there's nothing wrong with that."
Exactly.
Trust me, it's not you. It's
Yeah, don't take
definitely
it.
you.
I'm glad to see that you're both alive. And
now.
I'm kind of selfish for saying that. And he looks at Frisht. It's because he knows Frisht is his friend, like since before the campaign. Okay, it's not like there's just come
Yeah,
on.
that was the backstory that we
Good
rolled
grief.
for me. I wasn't even assuming that, but that's
Yeah,
funny.
everybody else. All right, all right.
Yeah. Favorites.
Well, there is something now that we've been able to do. You see, the cult, they're unprecedentedly strong, as I'm sure you know. I'm sure you found nothing but their wealth growing as you continue to follow them. He looks at you questioningly.
Yes.
When I say they've been on the move, I mean they've been on the move for a long time. And because of that, they are quite powerful. Unfortunately, not all the other Harpers agree with me saying this to you, but we need to stop them. They are, first and foremost, the ultimate threat of destruction to our world and our entire society.
I
We
agree.
need to convince other people of that. And recent events have transpired that have found us some new allies in our cause. I know you already are aware of the Order of the Gauntlet. He looks at you like, please remember who they are.
Yes, I remember. None of us are members, but yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Well, that's
I remember the member.
Ontharf Room is a little bit hard to forget, after all.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Ontharf
Oh,
Room.
yeah, they're
How did I forget about Ontharf Room? Ontharf Room with his broom in the room.
Classic.
He does have a burgeoning perfume company.
Oh my god.
It's Ontharf Room perfume. How did I forget about? Oh my
Maybe
gosh,
they're
I hate
putting Jimmy-
myself.
For Christmas now.
Oh my
Like, I
lord.
don't get an Onthar broom perfume for
Someone needs
Christmas.
to get to use a cricket and make labels and put them on bottles.
Absolutely.
You all are so ridiculous. We're trying to have a serious moment right now. You're like, I forgot about our room!
I'm disappointed in myself. How did I forget?
Oh
Oh my gosh. The only reason I remember Semar Dagger is because we mention it every time we play Naraka.
That is
So-
true.
Jeez, okay. I apologize for that outburst.
Well,
what were-
recently, the cult, we believe, has actually slain one of our members' husbands. Her name is Remy Havantri. Remy is the name we give her as a friend. Her full name's a little bit longer than that, though. But you'll know her when you see her. and everything's on a different page, so now I've got to go find it. Her full name, yeah, it's actually really frustrating. Her full name is Remelia Havantry, but because
Honestly.
the cult incidentally assassinated her husband, who incidentally was a masked lord of Waterdeep, she has vowed to take revenge on the cult. She is a noble, and she is an elf. She's been able to gather quite a few powerful allies for a meeting coming up. A council, I guess you could say, a secret one here in Waterdeep. That's why I hoped to summon you here, and went at great expense to do it, though I hope the bird wasn't too annoying.
Not as annoying as you are.
Ew.
Bird was doing bird things. It didn't
He
understand.
glares at you at this point, Nelly.
I mean,
And I'm
that's
Able to stay on
he's
target.
annoying.
I make contact with Nelly and mean
Target.
like make a face that says like, calm down.
She shrugs.
I assume you've
Stay on
suffered
target.
much. These meetings are so important that I'm actually not even on the council.
What?
But there are... Remy will be there. She is a leader of the Harpers, and she was, again, a noble. She's been able to get all these people to join, luckily. But the factions are, of course, the Order of the Gauntlet will be there. They are not the largest, but they are certainly a powerful group of people. Remy herself will be... she will be the delegate, or the person representing the Harpers. I prefer to stay a little bit more secretive anyway. She was also able to get the Lord's Alliance on board finally, and the Emerald Enclave as well. Actually, they are going to be there too, which was kind of surprising. They are a little bit hard to get a hold of sometimes. But also, she's trying to get a few other people to help work with us. Anybody we're able to get to assist us in our call and save the world, quite frankly, would be helpful, I think.
May I ask a question?
Of course.
What objections are the other Harpers bringing forth? Like, why are they not for stopping the cult? I am very curious.
Well, that's an excellent question.
It's very suspicious. I guess you don't know exactly, but
No,
okay. That's
No, I do. You just gotta give me a second. So now you guys know why this is gonna be like the hardest session of all time to pull off, by the way. Because
Sure.
now I get to play an entire council and a bunch of orders at the same time.
fun.
That I knew nothing about before reading this book.
You gotta come up with accents for all of
Some
them.
of your actions have angered some of the Harpers. Not all of them. But you have to understand, most Harpers, well, they're known to use every advantage and press that for their own purposes. The Cult of the Dragon has grown more brazen, and that has certainly caused the Harpers to be forced to act more openly, though they would rather stay in the shadows and use any intelligence they can and to tweak it for their own good. You know this, Frisht, I'm sure, being one for a while now. Nobody
Yes.
really gave you a little booklet, though, did they?
Nope, not quite.
You know that most Harpers are effective in small groups or alone even, but all of these ideals tend to clash sometimes with raising an army and going right after the Well of Dragons.
Sure.
But of course, Remy, they believe her to be a little bit too forward in her aggression against the cult. It's rare that a Harper would ever try to lead a group of people, and she's not. She's willing to stand back a little and let things transpire as a council, which personally I believe only strengthens our position, but it is a tenuous one, I suppose.
Mhm.
It's a complicated situation, really, but most
Yeah.
Harpers
Sounds like mine
are
have a
on
woman.
board. You're not married, Nelly.
Neither is she.
Oh.
I set up that one on purpose because she used it before. Okay, I love it. Okay, I suppose one example of why they might be a little bit upset is, do you remember the dragon hatchery and how you reported what happened there to me?
Yes.
Well, some of the Harpers, and I find myself to sort of be among them, would have rathered you keep the eggs as bargaining chips, or at least some other cause. They're quite valuable, but instead you smash them. Something certainly that would please Onthar Froom and his Order of the Gauntlet, and maybe some other members of this council, but not everyone. I can't imagine the Emerald Enclave condoning such an action. They're all about their nature preservation.
Yeah. Well, we had to make a judgment call. That's what we decided to do. I can't say it was the best decision, but looking back, but it is what it is.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
understand.
we would have wanted to as well if we could have, but I think in the moment we felt that we wouldn't be able to.
Indeed. I'm glad you showed up when you did. I was worried my bird might not find you in time. Actually, there isn't much time. The council will be meeting soon. Tomorrow night. They were going to meet with or without you, and I'm glad you're here. You have to understand, you're all heroes in their eyes. We don't really know exactly what transpired, but the fact that you're alive tells us that you were able to somehow thwart the cult and their plans, and that is quite impressive. Any intelligence that you give them, they will gleefully dredge up and use. But you're also just a valuable asset. You've somehow been able to stand against the cult in ways that they clearly have not, and that is intriguing to them. But it's very important that we meet beforehand, and like I said, I'm glad that you're here a little bit early, at least enough to talk, because this council, it's good, they're powerful, but how do I say this?
With your mouth?
He smiles at you and kind of laughs at that. It will be very difficult for you to please all delegates of the council without angering others whenever you tell them news. The dragon hatchery is just a perfect example. I mean, clearly destroy the dragons, right? Use them as bargaining chips. Well, if you were to take the dragons as bargaining chips, well, I'm sure the Lord's Alliance, and especially the Order of the Gauntlet, would be infuriated that you didn't just destroy the evil when you had the chance. The Harpers may be pleased. Some of the lords may be pleased. The Emerald Enclave would certainly be pleased, but...
So you're saying that people have different ideas of how things should be done, but we all are working towards the same goal. But
Trying.
it can be hard to...
Yes.
Like, you can't satisfy everyone. Gotcha.
Oh, exactly. We're trying, but it's certainly difficult to do so.
Yes.
I can tell you about the groups, certainly, and I've actually, on my own capabilities, tried to gather a little intel of who will be there. Would you care to hear about that? I hope. He looks at you,
course.
Nelly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why are you so
would be a
cheerful
cool
now?
option.
I can't put my finger on you. He smiles.
And you never will.
I've got it. You're flirting with me. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
Nelly projectile vomits onto the floor.
not onto him.
No, anyways,
Full wretch.
On
I
him with
suppose
Rachel.
it'll be when you speak with a drake as much as you do. It's difficult. Is it really just you two left? Did you have to do everything by yourselves?
Well, we picked up another friend along the way, but he had other errands to attend to. We told him to meet us here tonight.
Well,
He's a gnome.
maybe I should
Deal.
wait until tonight to tell you about it. Maybe you could tell me about your tale now, and then he'll be here about the time I can explain the complexities as much as I can of the council.
Very well. What do you know of? What was the last thing we had accomplished before?
Well, I
Last time
honestly
we
left
talked,
you
my
in
bro-
Greenest. No, remember I met you at the Order of the Gauntlet here in Waterdeep.
Yeah, you remember. Good job.
First, I'm very concerned. Did something happen to you? Something more than losing Rin? Not that losing Rin's nothing.
Frisch unlocked his bisexuality.
It's just
Unlocked. What?
just like an Xbox achievement or something.
Unlocked. Open to new things.
I know I'm still processing grief, obviously, and I don't know why I'm acting so strangely. I'm sure it'll wear off eventually.
I'm so sorry. Rin, I didn't get to know her nearly as well as you, and she clearly was very special.
Yes. That's an understatement, but yes.
Don't know how else
Just-
to say it.
Long story short, it's went through so much, and in the end,
Do
I made a
you
mistake that led to the failure, and it was only by a miracle that we're still alive. And
do you know where she is buried? The Lord's Alliance is wealthy. Perhaps we can resurrect her.
yes, we do actually. We made a burial in the ruins of the Giant's Castle in the mountaintops where your bird found us. You know
Oh, that
exactly
wasn't
where
my
she's
bird.
buried. What?
No,
Whose bird was it?
Well, I borrowed it from a shady person that I'll probably never find again. Do you know where it was, though? This could be huge. Settle your grief and get a strong party member back.
It's in a mountain, snowy mountain. We were there, and then we teleported here. So it's hard to say where it was in relation to anything else. I'm afraid that's all I can say.
Wow. I'm very
Not
sorry.
very helpful, Rish. And then I laugh.
I'm like,
Just kidding. Neither am I. Neither am I.
Maniacal laughter.
I see. Well, why don't we tend to our food for now then, and you can catch me up as you're ready. Is that okay?
yeah, it's fine. Nom 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 nom.
That happens eventually. Why don't we go ahead? And jump over to Preston, who's working at the forge right now on some armor.
They're working in the forge. Oh, the long way.
You see them, they've got the armor on a stand for Frisht for you to pick up later. You've got spear in hand. They hand you your shield back. It looks beaten, but will definitely suffice. Better than the worst you've seen, that's for sure, but not much better. One of the apprentices kind of smiles at you while he hands it to you. And it's kind of akin to, like, a kid that's learning how to weld and does, like, a mediocre job finally instead of a horrible job and being very proud of it.
Aw.
Nice. I inspect it, and I say, I'm assuming I've learned this kid's name or whatever by working with him.
Well, no, he's actually just done with your shield, so you haven't had the chance to work with anybody yet.
Okay. I look at it and I say, this will do. Thank you for your craftsmanship. How long have you been an apprentice?
6 months.
Keep at it. You'll do just fine.
He smiles and walks away.
The end.
Okay. He said they're working on your armor over there. You said you wanted to have a hand in that?
Hey.
He comes over to watch. You can see the one guy who helped you earlier talking to a young lady, and she's working on smithing your armor right now. We had the basics already for this suit. She's just arranging it a little bit better for you. You wanted to be part of the process?
Hey, I just wanted to put some fine details in it with my own hands.
Oh, well, that's great. Yes, you can have a hammer or whatever you'd like. Tongs are there. Forges over there.
Appreciate it. I have my own tools, and I pull my tools out of my bag.
Oh, certainly. That's just
Never
fine.
leave home without them.
You just carry them around everywhere, huh?
It helps to have a magic bag.
Oh. He's kind of surprised by that. And he looks at your bag while you're pulling stuff out, and he's like, by
You pick
George,
up
that is a
few
magic
things.
bag.
My precious.
Sweet. I just like to redo my enchantments, but instead of putting my enchantment on my shield, I'm going to put it on the armor now. So I don't have to have the shield to get the +1. It's on the armor now.
Okay.
That's part of it.
Sweet.
So that one is that. The shield
Strange
is just down.
runes you use. Do they mean something to gnomes?
It's more of a learned profession. I say my teacher taught it to me back in Neverwinter. I say, me and my half-brother were poor students, so I joined the army.
Oh.
Cavalryman myself.
He's like, okay. Okay. Eventually, it looks like it'd fit a gnome. Why don't you go ahead and try it on, see if it's your style. You can adjust it.
Appreciate it. I slip on the full plate, and it like automatically starts to adjust itself as it like comes in contact with my skin.
Okay. Does that have to be like a special kind of full plate that you use, or?
No, when I equipped armor, it becomes my magic focus.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
They're like
Artificer.
armorer. They're like, I've never seen that before.
And now it
Are
becomes
you a
like
mage?
perfectly tailored. Ha! Nothing so fancy. I say just a little bit of artificery.
You're an artificer? She says.
Like I said, I'm poor one at that, but I know a few things.
I've never seen an artificer before. That explains your bag.
What, does it? Oh wait, you're right.
Your kind isn't very common anymore. Did you just want to use our forges?
I just wanted to see a bit of crafting the old-fashioned way. I said, it gets a little stale when things just, woo, happen.
You're clearly very skilled. Would you please do us a favor and bless our forges?
I would be honored. Not that I am any sort of miracle worker, but I will do my best.
Please. We would be honored.
Sure. I can spend the next while, I guess, or whatever, carving glyphs around their forges and stuff.
Okay, they seem very thankful. They give you a bag of treats to bring to Lady.
Score!
That's why I do what I do.
Thank you so much. I'm
Do it
sure
for
the
the bag
forge
of
will do
treats.
great with your blessing, and it will be certainly a tale to tell the grandkids.
I would like the two armorers that worked on my armor and my shield to stamp their symbols or names or whatever into the materials on like on the inside of the breastplate and like the back of the shield, so that I know that like they're the ones that did it.
Sir, why do you want us to do that? As they get ready to do it, he asks.
A craftsman should always take pride in their work, and I, as an adventurer, take pride in the craftsmanship that I bestow upon myself.
Everybody.
Therefore,
Oh, go ahead.
your work is now part of our adventure together.
I won't forget that. And everybody in the forge seems to nod. And they stamp their seal into your armor. The lady's like, I don't have one yet. I think... And then she's able to stamp what appears to be some sort of a sparrow into your armor there.
I say, a symbol comes and goes, but it will always be recognizable in one form or another.
Alright, they all seem to appreciate that. You know that time is certainly, you're probably late to go to Bob's Inn, or you're going to be anyway.
I appreciate the work that all of you fine craftsmen have done for me this day. I've already paid them and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So-
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd like to, as I'm walking out after thanking them and stuff, as I step onto the street, just take a deep breath and kind of like to myself be like, small steps. I hope I do you proud, Rin.
Oh.
What would Rin do?
The ghost of Rin bestows her blessing.
WWRD.
Yeah.
Tattooed on my
Okay,
bottom
do you
of
make
my
your way
left
to
foot.
the inn?
Yep, I hop on Lady, and I give a final salute to the forge, and I make my way towards the inn.
Eventually your friends rendezvous with you and lead you to where you're supposed to be staying. People will kind of look at you as you bring Lady in at first, but they don't seem to mind, as there was a Drake in here before. And you are here now. With your spear.
Alright.
With my spear.
Glad you could make it, Preston. Any trouble?
You're welcome.
No trouble, but I got a gift for you, my friend. And out of my bag of holding, I pull a full suit of full plate.
It's pretty heavy. But
I don't deserve such a gift. You're too kind. But
After what we've
I-
been through, my friend, we need all the protection we can get.
that is true. And I can't very well deny it now that you've already got it. So, thank you. And I take it humbly. I'll try this on later. For now, we have important things to discuss.
He catches you up,
Preston.
Preston, on what they've been talking about. And I'm hoping that I can discuss now some of the members that will be there.
We have accommodations already, correct?
For the inn, yes.
What room number are we in?
1 and 2, both.
Right. Me and Lady are gonna sleep in room 2. And I kind of look over to her and I like hand signal 2. And she's gonna make her way upstairs to go lay down on the bed.
That'd be room 1. She makes her way to room 1.
She's gonna go lie down on the bed in room 1.
Felix looks
from
at
the
you,
beginning.
Nelly.
Yeah, you can go hang out with her.
He seems very eager, and like she's like slenderly sleeking around corridors with decks, and he just kind of
And
bangs
his
through.
wings are just like,
Yeah, he's not used to them. He's just like
Truck.
burn, you know.
yeah.
And just stomping on the floor and hopping over there.
He's a big boy, all right.
He's not used
Yeah.
to
Gotta throw his weight around, man.
That bed is no longer a bed. It's like a nest pile.
it. I love how he just it was like small, and then poof, he just comes on there. Okay. It's gonna smell like dog by the time you get there. Good luck.
Like they're both reptile.
that was the point. Okay.
I'd be highly concerned if that room smelled like canine.
Okay.
While they're catching us up or whatever,
Yes.
I kind of just like lean over to Kuneli and say, I still have a little bit left. Is there anything in the next couple of days while we're here that you need?
If you can find a good deal on a better bow, but I'm actually quite satisfied at the moment.
Hey, I can keep an eye out.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Just a heads up first, your armor no longer has that rune in it because that was your old armor.
I was about to ask that, but yeah.
Yeah. I have not added that yet.
Ha!
Let's see, delete. Okay.
But it's plate.
But
So
plate,
what is it called? It's called full plate armor?
Yeah, it's just plate armor, so it's the best armor in the game.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
gives you a plus 18.
Let's see, inventory.
Dex modifier at all? I don't think so.
No, it doesn't. You just have to have strength to be able to use it unless you're armorer.
Woohoo! Magic.
Mithril plate?
No.
Oh, no, just plate.
Just
I
plate.
see it now.
Yeah.
I cheaped out on your first
Mithril
set. Sorry,
plate,
I
huh?
Oh, yeah, that's
Jeez.
medium anyway, so. No, that's heavy. Okay. I just got confused.
Oh, you do get a dex modifier, plus 2. Oh, no, that's half plate, never mind.
Dude, yeah, no.
Yep, but you have to have plus 15 strength.
Yeah. It's just good always. That's all.
Well,
Okay.
Empress already had disadvantage, so we're good there.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Preston. I'm really grateful you could join the group. He also says.
Leosin, I assume. I've heard many stories about you.
Well, that's surprising. I usually keep quiet, but maybe it was from your companions?
Sure.
Did we tell him anything about this? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I lean over.
I don't think
Frisch.
so.
You mutter in your sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you already know that the secret society of the Harpers is going to be there. The Order of the Gauntlet will also be there. Ramalia, the lady we were talking about earlier, will be leading the Harpers. Once you get you know her better, you can call her Remy. It won't take long. He seems to be thinking about how to begin on how to talk about what's going to happen.
She's an elf, did she?
That's right. She's good, and she's certainly convinced that the rumors of Tiamat's return are true.
That's good that somebody believes us. I say we didn't go through all that garbage back at the floating palace just to have, ooh, you guys are a bunch of crackpots as soon as we get back to town.
Unfortunately, not all the Harpers agree, and that frustrates her that they're not willing to commit to the fight.
You just show them to me and I'll straighten them out.
He will.
Who hasn't done much so far? Rin, can you roll for me a d8 to see how many leaders Leosin knows about?
Yes.
Like liters of water?
Sure. No shot!
Is that all of them?
I was able to get a lot of information.
Oh man. Dang.
Seems like you've been just as busy as us in your own wake.
Indeed. She wants you to succeed with tactics, that's for certain. The Harpers,
the only way.
as I've explained to your friends, aren't completely against working with unsavory types and even leverage evil assets. It's just important that they accomplish our ultimate goal. The Order of the
When you're
Gauntlet, on the
fighting-
other hand, is quite a stark contrast.
Hey, when you're fighting a foe that's as astronomically craptastic as Tiamat, you kind of have to go with what you got.
Absolutely. And the Gauntlet certainly shares the Harper's dedication just as equally for justice, but their methods and attitude are quite different. You know them. He looks at Frisht and Nellie, and he says, "Bearers of the Gauntlet are holy warriors. They're always on these righteous quests to crush evil and promote justice. They never hide in the shadows." And he kind of looks at himself like, yeah, we do. Evil in their eyes must be opposed openly and vanquished in the light of day. That's the only way that all must see the embodiment of its destruction, really. Anyway, you know that those members are driven by religious fervor. Preston, you've heard of the Order of the Gauntlet, by the way. They're just so well known, and as a chevalier, you would know.
A bunch of pretentious pricks, if you ask me. Waving about and they're in a group of people stepping on a slowly cavalryman.
He looks a little bit smug when you say that, and then he says, "But you know, gaining the favor of Ontharr Froom will be important.
Oh, of the utmost importance.
He'll never be able to order his perfume if you enrage him."
I've heard some weird rumors that he runs his own potion shop. He sells snake oil that smells pretty.
Yes, Ontharr Froom perfume, I think is what it was called.
That's the stuff.
This is another thing where just a free laugh from Brett's mentioned on there for
Yeah. Ontharr is... I like him, but he's boisterous and gregarious to a fault.
By chance is he a dwarf then?
Does anybody care to nod to that?
I can't remember.
He is, yes.
Okay, yep, I know. He be.
Seems to fit the bill.
Okay,
You got
why don't
that
you roll
right,
a d20 to
Kristen.
so that I can tell you how much you know about Ontharr. We'll do this with each person.
Perfume.
Okay. He doesn't know too much.
We're
I've
doing
heard the
everyone?
name in passing.
I meant Leosin.
Oh. I rolled 17.
Honestly, Onthar. Okay, who rolled first? That's what's important. Yeah, well,
Preston?
it was Preston. Okay, honestly, Onthar, he supports you wholeheartedly. I mean, seeing you fight the Cult of the Dragon was all the justification he needed. However, the rest of his order is not yet convinced. So, you'll have to earn
We'll
their
convince him.
favor. And luckily, he's at the lead right now. It's just hopefully a matter of time. Hopefully. And I'm sure smashing those eggs will help him. In contrast is the Emerald Enclave. He's gonna have little cards for you to look at real quick too for each thing. It'll be fun to do this.
When is this council meeting? How many days do we have?
He told you it's tomorrow night. Okay, so here is the Harpers. But you don't know all of them, so I'm gonna start posting what they look like in simplistic sort of.
Like it.
And then here is Order of the Gauntlet, and then he pulls out a third card and drops it on the table. And moment, there it is. And he says, however, the Emerald Enclave is quite a different story, as witnessed by the stag in their picture. No,
Heaven forbid.
they're dedicated, voraciously, to the maintaining of the balance of nature and the natural order, and combating forces that threaten that balance. That is why they come to the council that we've been discussing. Members of the Enclave live in the wilderness or in small communities. It's unlikely they will have much of a representation at the council. They're not really opposed to civilization, you see. How do I say it? Roll a d20 and whoever gets it first. Hey, buddy. Roll d20.
Sorry. Do it.
Whoever gets the roll of the first d20 here will determine how much you know.
Okay.
7.
They're not opposed to civilization. They seek to prevent civilization and the wilderness from harming one another, if that makes sense.
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I don't yet know who their representative will be, which is troubling, but can't be avoided.
How bad can he be?
I have no idea, and that's troubling for a Harper. Wow, you frished. You're picking up coughing now too.
Yes, it may be replacing burping. We'll see.
And then he throws another card on the table.
The Guild of Antarfroom.
And he says, and that contrasts further with the Lord's Alliance. They're a confederacy, actually. So they won't have only one representative at the table. However, they are powerful and large. The representatives will certainly discuss with even more people on the Alliance about what's happening. And currently, Lord Degalt Neverember is the leader.
The Galt Neverember.
Yes. Lord
quite the
Degalt Neverember. Neverember. Don't you ever call him by just Dagalt Neverember. Trust me, it will not go well.
Very well. Lord Dagalt Neverember.
He's a lot. He's the open lord of Waterdeep, the Lord Protector of Neverwinter, and the leader of the Lord's Alliance.
Sounds like a tough nut to crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he certainly looks the
I do like
the part.
nuts, though.
He certainly looks the part, and he's got an impressive title, but he's just a tall, broad-shouldered figure with a white mane of hair that looks like he fits it distinguished fine.
But
he really
seem
behaves
to
as a
think
king should.
But you seem to think he's putting on a show, facade. Am I wrong?
Not at all. That's what troubles me. He's a king, in a way. And because of that, and because he has control over one of the most powerful kingdoms, earning his favor will be very important. And I am afraid that him ceding any power will be very difficult. He has built up quite a bit of wealth using the Lord's Alliance. It's hard to say everything about him, really. I'm sure he may... It's one of those things where he's either going to like you or he's not.
I see.
And it's going to be hard to change his mind about it.
What do you think he will... What would you think he would think of us?
If you can act as Ontharr Froom would, maybe a little bit less towards honor, a little bit more towards valor, he might think that's great.
I can work that angle.
Well, that's great then. Another member of the Lord's Alliance that will be there, I've learned, is Ambassador Conrad Bronneville. He's a lot too. Hot-tempered and suspicious. A dwarf.
Preston lets out a low, like, scoff.
Yeah, he's a little bit like Ontharr, but not quite. He's the son of Banach Bronneville, and a former king of Mithril Hall.
Heads up while this is all chatting or whatever. Preston sits down or whatever in the corner and starts carving a rune into his spear while the talking is happening.
Yeah, he's made the long journey from Mithril Hall to act as the Lord's Alliance delegate for the Dwarves of the North, including the Citadel Adbar and the Citadel Felbar. Even though he hates dragon... Oh, go ahead and roll a d20.
I got it. 11.
Okay. You guys aren't doing great, but not bad either, which is good. Even though Conrad hates dragons and devils and cultists alike, he's stubborn as a mule about committing troops anywhere but his homeland. The Dwarven kingdoms in the north have lost many people in recent years, and the dwarves that remain are struggling to retain ancient lands only recently reclaimed. He knows you by your reputation, but all of them do. I'm sure a bold hand would be helpful, similar to Ontharr. A bold hand might also be helpful with Marshal Older Revengard, leader of the Flaming Fist. You've been in his domain before, Baldur's Gate. Honestly, he has the greatest martial acumen of anyone on the council. Probably the whole Lord's Alliance. He can muster more soldiers than any other delegate, and he's not bashful about saying so. His place is at the head of war. I'm sure he'll support you in most situations. Roll a d20.
Yeah. Oof, 5.
That's all you get.
Shoot.
Then there's... We're working our way down the list. Then there's King Malandrach. He's quiet and
That was just me, Wayne. Go back to sleep. Sorry.
No, you.
keeps to his misty forest. He's the delegate of the elves, of the misty and the high forest. His sons... Go ahead and roll d20.
Someone else do it. Start.
Yeah, Rin, go ahead and
I
do
got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good, okay.
Ooh.
Whereas his sons, Algarathus and Nerovane, always rushed headlong into their own pursuits. Malandrach is more circumspect. He has led the elves of the Misty Forest since before most of their kind abandoned their lands in the retreat. Despite the years of discussion and the meditation that preceded it, Malandrach considered the retreat a rash decision, and he is understandably hesitant to commit to any sudden course of action because of this. He is likely to argue any caution he can during these meetings.
Fair enough.
The
Yeah,
last
I like
I
your
can
voice.
tell you of, well, second to last, is Tarn Thunderspell Hornblade. He's
Did
got
you
the
happen
army
to
of...
write down the actual names of the people, not just Stag Club?
He goes by Thunder Spells.
Lawrence Alliance is correct, I know that. And
Okay, I was
Harper's.
looking at your notes and I was just like,
Stag
Stag Club? I was like, that is not right, and that's gonna
I had
come back
to-
to bite us
I
in the
just
ass.
had to come up with a name on the spot because I saw you had to write. I had to catch up to.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to cut the mood or whatever, that just caught me so off guard.
Hey, do whatever you want.
It's for us to know. You don't have to be that accurate.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey, let's go meet the Stag Club.
Stag Club.
Tarn is quite something else.
Thank you, Jenna.
Oh, perfect.
He is ponderous, yet curious.
Ponderous girth.
He's lived an unnaturally long life by consuming potions of longevity.
Oh.
He must be the clock.
Oh, okay. So sorcerer
The
spells.
wizard led Silvery
People's
Moon for many years as its high mage, but eventually ceded control to Methramner, leader of the city's army and son of the most famous ruler, Elestriel. Go ahead and roll a d20, Rin.
Ah, yeah, keep it up.
Nice. Let me go ahead and change the sound real quick.
Oh, you rolled so good. We're changing this music.
No, I'm just changing this. That hasn't happened yet. Leader. Let's see. Though Methramner remains leader of Silvery Moon and a member of the Lord's Alliance, he is too forthright and earnest to succeed as a diplomat. As such, Tarn was sent to the Council of Waterdeep in his stead. Silvery Moon has a large army and many wizards who would greatly assist in the coming battle. But Tern has not lived this long by being rash. He may be one of the most cautious of the delegates. And then finally, one of the focal points that everybody's going to know there and talk about. Somebody with great respect commands it is Sir Esteval. He is a former adventurer and Purple Dragon Knight of Cormyr.
What?
Though not an actual member of the Lord's Alliance, he is present at the Council of Waterdeep as the Lord's nominal representative for Daggerford. The small settlement can contribute little to the effort to defeat the Cult of the Dragon. However, and in truth, Esteval has been drafted by Cormyr to gain insight into what looks to be a war brewing on its western border. Esteval has too much respect for the other delegates to hide this information from them, and he assures those present that his loyalties to Daggerford and Cormyr and the Lord Alliance, and all good folk, are not cross-purpose. Go ahead and roll a d20, Jenna.
Got you. Ah,
Failed.
8.
I worry sometimes about this. That's all he says.
Me too.
There is one other group that we are trying to recruit. I will hesitate to say their name, however, and may mention it later. I fear that if I tell you now, it may come as a shock to anybody on the council.
When will you tell us then?
You'll know soon enough, if you don't already.
Obviously, we don't.
Dragon related.
Not necessarily.
Okay. Fine then. Keep your
Okay.
secret.
I think that's enough for you to think about tonight.
Yes, it's quite a lot to process.
I'm gonna go get some more food and then I'll come back in to sleep. Your pets might be more comfortable in here. It is the larger of the rooms. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope
Me
that
too.
everything goes well at these meetings. The entire future of Faerun depends on it. And he leaves.
No pressure.
I don't know about the rest of you, but that guy sure is a basket full of chuckles.
Yeah. He's a guy. I owe
He's a
him
guy.
a lot, but yes, he does not. He takes his job very seriously.
I was gonna say, that's not very convincing from someone who's supposed to be his friend.
Friend.
Yeah,
It's complicated.
You know, he
okay?
does.
Don't
use
don't look into
heavy
it.
air quotes.
Yeah,
Friend.
exactly. With their paws. Friends.
Well, that's a lot of information to take in for one night. I don't think I'll be doing much sleeping, but we need to try anyway.
Agreed. We need as much rest as we can possibly get.
Perhaps we should make contact with this elf woman before the meeting to try and gauge her opinion on things. As she's the one who set it all up, correct?
Yeah, she is the one that organized everything, right? I believe that's correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should seek her out before the meeting.
It's worth a try.
Just to try and gauge our weight in the room. You don't want to go in there, big glaive a swinging when we're really the small fish in the pond.
Leosin did tell us that they a lot of them see us as heroes. Not all of them, because they don't
Heroes
know
can
of our.
mean many things. Lots of people like to wage heroes against the public as social experiments or like propaganda.
I'm not sure what you mean, but I'll trust you.
You never seen those recruitment posters of like someone famous saying, "Hey, join up with the army. It'll be way fun. We got cool places and stuff." And then you get there and it's absolute shite.
No? Well, back in the day, I guess. Not too much,
How they
though.
roped me in.
Interesting.
Heroes can be used in many different ways. It doesn't automatically make us valuable to someone. In fact, it might be beneficial to others to get rid of us.
Who's the hero that inspired you to join the army, if I may ask?
His name was Tall Leg Shanks. He was 1.5 feet tall halfling.
I see. Have I ever heard of this person? Should I roll?
No.
Dang it. Oh,
He was a local legend from my district back in Neverwinter. I said, if he can do it, so can I. Because that guy was a whole foot shorter than I was.
I see. So it was more of...
See?
Okay.
Propaganda. The thing they never tell you about Long Leg Shanks is that those posters are life-size.
Well, I don't doubt that the army would use any tactics that I do find most armies, militaries and armies to be corrupt in some way.
Preach it to the choir, mate.
Is there anything else that anybody would like to do tonight?
Gotta go flirt with those heroes again.
Or tomorrow during the day
I think
for the meeting?
we were gonna try to meet up with Elf Lady before the meeting.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go out first thing in the morning to try and see if I can find Nelly a bow. Like a nicer version. Maybe like a +1 bow.
Okay. That is fine.
That's 12.
I didn't think about it before, but I am kind of worried. And I don't think that's the wrong decision, because I don't think we're going to get through the council meeting tonight. Sorry, Rin.
We're trying to get
Rest
to meet
in
her
peace.
character before the end of the session. Let's get to meet her character and then we'll end it. I'm trying here.
We walk and just see her.
Oh, we're not even close.
and
She's
we
gotta,
see this
you gotta
person
go
and then
and do
the
a whole
end.
bunch of other stuff, and eventually you might be able to know.
3
But...
sessions from now.
Right, exactly. But,
Well, at least I can start on a preliminary character for her. Tall elf person.
That's not me.
yeah, that's funny, though.
Wait, you're the dwarf?
The fiery tempered one, or Anthar Perfume Man.
I already have a pretty good dwarf.
I'm worried that you guys won't have any of this fresh in your memory at all.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's why he took notes. Sort of.
Some. Yeah,
So
some
I'd
notes.
encourage you to take extra notes.
You just gotta post this video with before next session so that we can rewatch it.
Not likely, but...
But, anyways,
Or at least give us the rough cut in the group chat.
whatever notes you took should be helpful. So let's go ahead
Yay.
and, yeah. This was all bonus information, so good luck. If you didn't take notes on any of it, then you're screwed. But you didn't need it in the first place. It just is
Club.
going to make things way harder for
My
you.
favorite.
What? What was you saying? It was all up to me?
All right, Nelly.
Yep.
Over the next 2 weeks, you have to do a secret spy mission and steal Brandon's actual notes from the session so that we can read them in real time.
Oh man. Well, so and as a reminder that we won't be meeting in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, we should.
Because
But
Yeah,
let's finish.
yeah.
Let's finish this session first, though, because
Okay.
that doesn't matter, and we have to got a little bit more time here. Okay.
Okay.
So let's jump to tomorrow. Y'all sleep.
Yay.
Y'all gain the benefits of a long rest,
Hooray. Hooray.
and you find yourself once again having a good old time out on the streets.
Put on my
Preston
Instagram.
is specifically going to be looking for a. Oh, it's already on that. Preston's looking for a bow, and then Nelly and Frisch. What are you up to?
I didn't really have anything I wanted to do. I don't really have any money to spend either, so I'll just accompany Preston along.
You said that you were trying to find the one girl, dude.
Oh, well, yeah, true. Well, I figured we want to go do that together, but I guess we could do that separately. Probably would have asked Leosin about her. If
Okay.
he knew where
Yeah,
she would be
you asked him
found.
about her in the night or in the morning sometime. He just tells you. You know, he told you. Oh, you'll meet her at the council. If you would like to speak to her beforehand, I think that might be okay. The only problem is he's going to be hard to locate.
Sure. Where's the council?
That's a good question.
See, I asked a good question.
It's going to be in. I'm supposed to smuggle you in later tonight, before the meeting, at the Sea Ward.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Of
the
course.
C ward.
They love you guys down there.
Up there, actually.
Some guards. Yeah,
High in the
smuggling would
sky.
be best because, yeah, we were in there the other day and the guards were not happy and we sort of ran away from them.
Anyways,
Yeah.
it'll be hard to locate her, so I don't think I can help you. I'm sorry.
Oh.
She's unlikely to be there beforehand, and she's probably doing some last-minute preparations.
Can I scout the council where we're meeting with the council ahead of time?
You can try. I just don't want the guards to be in high alert or anything, is all.
Where should we meet you and at what time to get smuggled?
Let's meet here. Actually, it might be better to meet north, you're right. Meet me at the gates of Castle Ward, and we can start there.
Do I know where that is?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
northern gates of Castle Ward. You would
Okay.
just make your way to the Castle Ward, which you're pretty familiar with now, and head north of that for a bit.
In the northwest. Meet Leosin by the north gate castle ward thingy.
Nice.
Sorry, did you say what time already?
Well, let's try to meet there a little afternoon.
Alright, we shall meet you there.
Okay.
Anything else we should know beforehand, or?
No, I don't think so. We'll meet you
Okay.
there.
Thank
I'm ready to go.
I just. Do I happen to find a bow for Canelli?
The what? Oh, the bow, yeah. Again, there's a whole bow district.
Oh.
different woodworking areas, but there's like at least 4 stores that sell bows in a conglomerate area.
Beautiful.
And you buy a longbow, or
Well, based off of my interactions with Cornelia, she doesn't really use a longbow. Right? Your bow is a short, like a recurve, pretty much.
well, what is it officially, Nelly?
I'm looking it up. 1 second. It is a. It is a longbow.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Um. That. Well, I mean, I don't know. They have a composite.
Longbow should require a strength score to be able to use. That'd be awesome.
Longbow. Nope, no string. D8.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying it should require one.
just 'cause it's so
I guess they,
long.
Dex is just too strong.
no. I guess they don't have the different versions.
Same with the heavy cross.
Do they have like a nicer version of a longbow that I can get her, like a +1?
Oh yeah, they're a little bit more expensive though.
That's fine. I say
Make it a
might as well
+3.
want- I say,
So
yeah, I was
you,
like, what is the best quality bow I can find?
You go into one of the
That's
shops.
what I want.
It looks okay. You're like, all right, they got some good stuff here. Another one looks a little bit more tatty, but it looks like his quality is not any worse. His shop just looks like it's not quite as good, I guess.
Hey man, we've learned that dingy shops get good stuff.
Then you kind of look over and you're like, I was really hoping not to go there, but I guess this is where I'm gonna find what I'm looking for. So that happens. 1 second.
What is it? Bob's Bow Shop?
No.
Right next to Bob's Tavern. Bob has just owned so many chain
Just like-
stores and
Yeah, like a logo.
There we go. All right.
Windhaven is just Bob and Elvish.
Now here's a question for you, Nelly, like out of character. Do you use ammunition?
Any what? Ammunition? Yeah, I do.
You keep track of that? Is there in 5e
Kind of.
different versions of ammunition that deal extra damage, like rending or anything?
Not that I know of. You can have effect, but not like different damage.
Yeah, because I was saying, in 3.5 they had different types of arrows that you could have, like serrated arrows that do bleed damage, like over time.
No, jeez.
She hasn't found any
That'd
of
be
those
so
yet.
Mm-mm.
He says
yeah, there's like arrow
he's-
+1, arrow catching shield. That's right.
it's behind
Oh, there are.
the glass up there, Preston, and it says that it's got a cute little price tag on it, and it says 700 gold pieces.
Oh my lord.
I inquire from the shopkeeper about the bow in the case.
Oh, elven make, of course. Only the finest for our bows. Sorry, let's change things up. I know I'm biased. Oh, elven make, of course. Only the finest for our bows.
It's quite lovely, lady. Might I inquire if its properties?
Oh, it's just known to be able to be more accurate than the standard bow, I'd say. It's a +1 weapon.
It's quite beautiful. I think I'll take it.
Oh, big spender. Good.
It's
Would-
for a friend.
Would you care for something a little nicer?
Starting with you.
Lady, you wound me. Of course I would like to see something nicer.
Well, I can get you +2 ammo for 500 a shot. And if you wanted a +2 weapon.
Oh,
What's 2?
That's that's only 12,500 gold pieces.
Only! Oof! It's quite beautiful. What a wonderful price tag.
They're very
it's a Christmas
rare.
gift, but she's kind of on the easier side. I think it'd be too fancy for her,
I'm sure she wouldn't like it. You're right.
She might get embarrassed if I show up with too fine a gift, So I think I'll just go with the +1. As he turns around, it's just like.
That's amazing. I think she's kind of on the easier side.
You said it's 700 gold?
Yep, 700.
Okay, I'll take the +1.
yeah, she can't have a +2 weapon until I get one. That's the rules.
You know what's funny is that you're very lucky she even had the +2 bow. Even for that price.
You should have taken it.
Yeah. It's a steal!
And then you said, arrows for 500 gold a shot?
If you want to buy a +2 arrow, it'd be 500 gold a shot.
That adds +2 to the attack?
Yes. Instead of +1, it will be +2. I think it might. I don't think they compound. I'm not sure.
Okay, I think I might be able to.
Okay, give her a few. What
Out
are they
of
called?
game, Brandon.
24 karat bullets.
Oh, but
Can
look.
I said, will you allow me to buy 1 arrow and carve a rune of returning into it?
Yes, but there's a
So when
50%
she
chance that
shoots
they
it-
break.
50%
also-
chance? Oh, that's way high!
And it
Okay.
also says that this piece of magic ammunition, once it hits a target, the ammunition is no longer magical.
Yeah.
They've already cut me off at the knees.
Spendy, but hey.
Or one shot, jeez Louise.
You better
never know
freaking
that.
hit, man.
That +2.
So it's like that special arrow you save for like the perfect moment.
You know what? I'll
And it
splurge.
really-
I'll buy one.
Whoa.
Man. But give it to me instead.
Trick plot. It's not for it's not for Nelly.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, no, not. So you buy one, and you're splurging. You're an artificer.
1,000.
This lady doesn't know what she's talking about. You immediately know this is a +3 arrow.
Oh. Shoot.
And
Thank you for showing me your wares today, lady. I have appreciated your service in aiding me in finding the perfect gift for my friend.
certainly, of course, my pleasure.
Appreciate it, and I wrap it up and I stick it in my bag of holding.
Okay, so you are aware you didn't get a +2 piece of ammo. It's a +3, right?
+3 piece of ammo. Okay, you can just write these down on your character sheet, Nelly, if you want. Like I said, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
give it straight to you. when I
That's
see it.
awesome. All right. I'm glad somebody was looking for money while he was out there.
I know.
I
On the way
had
back,
money.
I need
Father
to-
Christmas is here.
I need to hit up like a general goods store on the way back.
What are you trying to buy?
I need to buy charcoal,
Okay, you get it.
and then I also need to find an alchemist shop and buy sulfur.
Okay.
Not super hard, right?
I think
So
I think
can
those
find
two things you can buy at cost. Yeah.
Cool.
What are you gonna use
and
them
then
for?
Alchemical properties.
Okay.
And then I also need.
I thought you already had both of those things too. Is the weird thing.
I had the coal, but I put it in the vampire copper.
No, I thought you had charcoal and sulfur, like specifically already. Those two things.
Well, I think we probably talked about it, but you said I couldn't have them right away because I didn't have the money.
All right, you definitely get them.
Okay, and then at the alchemical shop, I'm also looking for it's sodium dihoct.
Oh my
Sodium,
gosh, you're trying to make gunpowder.
What? No, maybe it's saltpeter. I need saltpeter, but you could find that in alchemist because an alchemist would know how to get it.
Hey, we should go back to Green Nest and dig up a grave to use that gunpowder.
I'd like to buy 10 pounds of each of these things. Will you allow me to buy these 3 items?
I will.
Yes!
They're not going to be super cheap, and they might be a little bit difficult to find, but you do find them. You don't need to roll. Even if it means finding them on your way out of town after the council meeting. The saltpeter, how much are you trying to buy?
At least 5 pounds.
5 pounds. Okay. So you just to kind of paint an image here. There's a section of town that smells horrible. And you make your way over there. The alchemist directs you that direction. So you bought the charcoal. The sulfur you couldn't find there, right? So you're like, great. The guy directs you over there. And there's a tanner, and it's just horrible smelling. And also adjacent to this tanner, or sorry, not next to it, but there's something in the middle. But next to the tanner is just this guy who seems to be collecting ammonia for various purposes. And there's a whole bunch of people that just like there's like a line, and they will just like walk up, go into a shack, urinate, and come out and grab 2 copper. And it just kind of reeks over there. Some people only get 1 copper if they're kids. Some people only get like 1 copper though if they're a child, you know. But it looks like they're collecting micturation for some reason.
Very nice.
And it looks like it's where you're trying to go.
All right. I definitely put down as this is the guy that's got the stuff I need.
Okay.
I make my way over to the establishment, and I see the guy who's paying people, and I go up to him.
Hello? How can I help you?
I kind of look around or whatever, and I say, it seems like you're in the market for some interesting alchemical. What's the word I'm going to use?
Yes. So you're a man of the trade, too, I see.
Yes.
Sorry, let me again fix myself. So you're a man of the trade, too, I see.
Yes, lady. I know the process that you are accomplishing here, and it's quite the lucrative endeavor you have. Are you looking for investors or partners by chance?
No, not really. We have a good flow going here. Next. And she looks at you again after saying that.
I would like to purchase some of your materials from you. Specifically, the little crystals that form on the top of the dirt.
Okay. I suppose I can sell you some. We do have a little bit of a process, though, for it. How much do you need?
Approximately 5 to 10 pounds, depending on how much.
She just like has a face like, that's a lot.
I understand, lady, that it's a lot, but from where I'm going, it's going to be quite a while before I can get back.
100 gold. And I'll even put it in a little jar for you.
Not even gonna haggle. Done.
Okay. You buy potassium nitrite from her. And you get the charcoal. Charcoal should be in the adventuring gear. You can just
Yeah,
find
charcoal
the price.
it's super easy. It's like a
Okay.
general item. Yeah.
Okay. Sulfur, it takes you a while to speed things up. Eventually you get to a warlock place where he's like has brimstone. And how can I help you tonight? It's actually a woman, but she's a base.
I'm looking to purchase some sulfur.
Sulfur, you say? It is cheaper here. I don't know who sent you, but a new customer found me finally.
I'd like to purchase some of your sulfur, approximately £10 worth.
10 pounds of sulfur? That's going to cost you a...
I assume it would. I say, this far away from a volcanic surface, quite a bit. Do you have any hot springs nearby by chance?
I'll sell it to you for exactly 209 GP, 11 copper. Yes, that's fine. That amount.
209 GP and 11 copper.
Yeah.
Wow, warlocks suck. Gotta do some math now.
How do I know I can trust you to use it responsibly if you can't do math?
You can trust me not to use it responsibly, and maybe I'll further your endeavors by blowing my hands off.
Ugh. Amateurs. Okay, do you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. And you know what to do with it.
Thing
Cool.
is, I know what to do with it in real life.
Now, this stuff will be harder to acquire if you're not in a town, or if you don't do
Right.
it yourself, so be
Why
aware of
about
that,
so
okay?
much of it?
Okay. So you get all that foul-smelling mush and everything, and you probably don't mix it yet, but you've got
No,
all
not
the
yet.
ingredients.
Right.
Again,
Right.
it's in a glass... Well, actually, it's in a few jars. And she says, wait. Would you care for an alchemist's spoon? It's only 5 silver pieces.
Lady, I appreciate the offer, but I got my own, and I pull out one. Because I do have one.
You have alchemist's tools?
Alchemist tools? No, I have tinkerer's tools, but there's one of the things that's the same size.
Okay.
I'm about to blow my fingers off!
You are, yeah, actually. She looks at your spoon and says, that will hurt you.
Most definitely, and I give her like a big grin and a wink.
You'll want this one. It's not steel like that, it's silver. It won't spark.
I like go to like, haha, wait. Actually, that's probably a good idea.
It's only 5 silver, please. Don't make yourself a fool.
Begging you.
You know what? I'm feeling in a splurging mood. Treat yourself. I buy it.
Okay, cool.
I gotta do something.
Go ahead and add that to your list too of things that you've got.
Silver spoon. Put it in my butt.
Yeah,
What?
exactly. Oh, the content. Okay. We'll end it there for tonight, if that's okay with everybody.
I'm so scared.
I would be too.
Will you text Julianne the information on that arrow? 'Cause I didn't.
It's just a +3 piece of ammo that becomes non-magical after it hits its target.
Is it just the one?
Yeah,
I was
just
like walking. I was away from
You
my
get
computer.
one
so I
arrow,
was like,
yes. Otherwise,
yeah,
it's a normal arrow.
Okay.
It's +3 to attack and damage with it, and then once it hits the target, it's no longer magical.
And then you've
Hits
got a
any
+1.
target.
Oh, any target? Okay, that's
It
different.
says once it hits a target, so I don't know if
Yeah,
like if
no,
it
that's
hits the ground,
anything.
if that
Yep,
counts.
it does. Yep.
Okay.
And then you also have
Okay.
your bow. That'll be a +1 no matter what. So that's
Suck rolling a nat 1 using your only +3 arrow.
That'd be amazing. Okay, Rin, can you talk to me actually for a bit?
Yeah.
Or sorry, not Rin. Jenna.
Jenna.
Anna.
Everybody else, is there anything else that we need to discuss for this session?
I don't think so.
I think we're good. Yeah, like I say I got pretty much what I needed done today.
Cool. And I'm trying not to rush you all. I'm sorry. I was just thinking earlier about the keeping things fresh in your mind, but when it became apparent that wasn't possible, that's okay. Multiple of you have discussed to me or said to me that you kind of want this game to have lots of details in it, so it certainly will.
Mm-hmm.
It may
I
take
dig it.
longer to get through the campaign, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, because the other one was so fast.
No, but I'm not
Oh,
gonna
get
rush you unless I feel like it's getting boring. Okay? Alright.
Good.
Especially when you're all together anyways. Alrighty, thanks everyone.